I don't care if you've been chilling with your clan of guardians all night. If you up, smash that like button. Welcome to Black and the Black Times Infinity. I'm your host, Cthulhu's Prodigy, coming to you live and direct from the Dro. Smoke me out, fam, with that tank shit. On my left, oldest ninja in the world, old ninja.
Ever notice how some people keep getting busted for the same vices? Because they keep doing the same stupid shit.
God damn, I feel personally attacked. On my far right, engineering on the 1s and 2s, choking people on the 3s, 4s, Chronos.
I am become Dank, the destroyer of normies.
Ooh, and last but not least, we got your boy Blue.
Hey, white girls got their pumpkin spice lattes out this season. I got my pumpkin spice beers. Hell yeah.
What? Stitch is trying to literally save the goddamn city, so he will not be joining us. Who we got? How we doing?
Yeah, our chat room is fucked.
Okay.
So, I mean, I can see people typing. It's old ninja, but yeah, I don't know what the fuck is going on right now.
Okay, we'll work out the chat. Do we have a listener of the motherfucking week?
We did, but I gotta pull it back up.
Actually,
give me a minute.
we just had a listener jump into the chat room.
Okay.
It's Caroline Lopez.
What's up, Caroline Lopez? We appreciate you.
They look like they're from Brazil. Shout out to Brazil.
Shout out.
Hope everybody loved that Anita video we reacted to.
Hell
Holy
yeah.
God, I loved it too.
Hell yeah.
We did.
What
Our
you got?
listener of the week will be, come on now, Savage Montana. What's going on? That's weird because like a couple of, well, I guess the time went over, but yeah, it was somebody else like 30 minutes ago.
They're listening as we speak. I love it.
Yeah.
All right.
Interesting.
You know we got to start off the show pouring out a little bit of dank ass liquor. Old ninja, you usually got the facts when it comes to pouring out liquor. What you saying?
So we have two that I know of. Len Wein. He's a comic book writer responsible for doing some X-Men and creating, I guess, Wolverine. He's the co-creator of Wolverine, I should say.
Yes.
He died on Sunday at the age of 69.
Just to jump in here, he's also I believe a co-creator of Swamp Thing and Storm.
Yes.
And Nightcrawler. So quite a few X-Men.
Yeah, quite a few big,
creatures.
iconic X-Men. And then earlier today, one of the actors from The Sopranos passed away.
You'd know his face if you saw it.
Yeah, I had his name like literally a second ago.
That's all right.
But R.I.P. to them.
Was he the Italian guy?
Yeah, exactly. East Coast Italian guy, you know?
He was the guy who made spaghetti.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, I did see that as well. I know that they had quite a few like telethons still going on for the hurricanes, both in Texas and in Florida this past weekend as well.
The soprano actor is Frank Vincent.
All right,
He passed away.
that sounds extra Italian mobster, in fact, especially when you look at his fucking face. But R.I.P. to him. All right, are we doing okay on live stream? Kronos is looking like, what the fuck?
It's all fucked up. I mean, like the video's kind of fucked up. Like if everybody's watching, it's like choppy for some reason, and then I can't type in the chat
All right.
for whatever reason.
Well, we're gonna keep it moving on the live goddamn show. Let's jump into fucking Destiny.
Well,
Start off with fucking bad.
you couldn't
Destiny
wait,
2.
could you?
Three out of four.
Destiny 2.
Playing it?
I know
Yeah.
3 out of 4 of us are playing. I know Blue's not on it quite yet.
Not yet. I'm still waiting for a little bit longer. Maybe 2 weeks. I'll probably pick it up. But
Okay. All right. Who's played some more of it? Let's jump in with the thoughts. Well, Old Ninja, you want to start us off?
Yeah. So I finished the campaign.
Already?
Yeah.
Holy
well,
shit.
what do you mean already? It's been out for
a week, right?
Maybe
A
2
little over a week.
a little over the week. So yeah, I finished the campaign. Played a lot of the in-game content, and then today is the 13th of September. The raid has dropped today, so a lot of people are trying to drop the raid. So apparently, IGN had 6 players playing the raid at 10 a.m. and they literally just finished around 10 a.m. Pacific, and they just finished around 7 p.m. Pacific.
That's a long ass raid.
Yeah, so I guess apparently people were talking shit because they were like, dying a lot. They weren't communicating very well, so they kept missing like the objectives as a team to get to the next area or the next phase of the raid or whatnot. So, yeah, I mean,
Did you do all the side missions as well? Or you just
fuck no.
Okay.
No, there's way too many. So when you beat the game or the campaign, quests pop up. So in order to beat the quest, you have to do numerous steps. They're like multi-mission quests. So each I guess liaison on each world basically there are people on the world that you communicate with. They basically run point on that world or whatnot, and you check in with them. They usually have missions, and you turn in rep to them, and they will have your quest for you, and you start it off. And some of them take a minute to finish. So it breaks down to before you complete the game, they have public events, which I guess you consider missions. They have adventures, which are like side missions, and then there's patrols once you hit level 13.
Real quick, let me jump in here on the public events, because for whatever reason, when I've played Destiny 1, which we've talked about a billion times for the last couple of years, I didn't stumble upon a whole bunch of interesting public events. And in this one, I gotta give credit. I love the fact that I can randomly, in between missions, be headed somewhere, and I'm like, oh, what's that big ass fucking mech spider looking thing? Let me fucking shoot that, and then now I'm in a public event. I love the randomness and the frequency of that.
Well, I finally did my first like public event today, and it was kind of cool because I was just in like some random spot, and I heard like this beacon going off, and there was like a flag, and I was like, oh, let's go over there. So I touched it, and then all of a sudden the shit hit the fan.
Yeah.
And like I was by myself, and I was like, oh shit, like, what's going on? And then all of a sudden people started coming. I was like, oh, thank God.
Yeah. So what's cool this time around is that when you hit a public event, every public event you can turn into a heroic public event. You have to do particular things to activate the heroic part. It doesn't matter at any time as long as you complete it. The problem is you want to do it earlier, because once you make it a heroic event, it immediately amps up. New enemies come in, new objectives come in, and you want to get it. You want to try to complete it. If you participate in the event, you're going to get rewards. But if you actually complete the objectives, you get a lot more rewards.
Okay.
So it's great. Especially if you make it a heroic event and complete the heroic event, you get a shit ton more. You have a higher chance of getting an exotic engram as well, which is great, because everyone wants the exotics. The exotics are supposedly the best weapons in the game, and it's really interesting to know. Like, it's so great that the communities out there, their Destiny communities out there, helping each other. Like, hey, this is how you start this quest, or this is how you participate in this quest and do that. It's been a lot of like this huge, overwhelming like community response for the game.
Yeah, I concur with that all the way around.
Yeah. Right now, the huge quest is finding a clan. That seems to be the huge push right now, because clans actually matter now. In Destiny 1, it kind of mattered, but not really. Now it actually matters, because each time you play with your clan, you get extra rep, you get extra loot, you get extra, just a bunch of more shit if you're in a clan.
Shout out to B-Boy Frost, a.k.a. Hobby. He set up one on PS4 for Destiny 2 with pretty much all of us that are on PS4 with Destiny 2. And you're absolutely right. The additional XP and perks are apparent immediately with having a clan.
Yeah, because once you hit the cap, because individually you can only contribute to your clan a certain amount per day, I believe. And then once you do that, you fucking get a reward. You're able to collect some shit from Cade, or not Cade, Hawthorne. Hawthorne's the liaison, and she'll give you some shit, and it's usually legendary or above, depending on the luck of the draw. So it's actually in your benefit to actually join a clan, and now it's like super clan like recruiting all over the fucking internet. It's fucking great. If you need a clan on Xbox One, we're running one as well, or at least I am running one. Old Ninja's running one. So.
That's good shit.
The X what? I don't. What the fuck are you talking about?
You busy on your Switch? That's why.
I was playing Destiny 2 today on the PS4 a little bit.
Jump in here. What? Any thoughts? You've played more?
Yeah, it's still, to me, it's like DLC.
Really?
Like, seriously, it's just like it feels like I'm playing Destiny 1 the entire time. Like, there's nothing different. I mean, there's little things that are different, but not something that would warrant a $60 game. Like,
so are you not? Where are you on the level or the? Or...
Oh, I'm super early. I'm like level 5, but
okay.
It's just like everything is basically the same. Like, I've noticed nothing really different. There's like little tweaks here or there. There's like new, I guess, backgrounds and shit. But other than that, it's like, okay, it's Destiny again. It doesn't seem that much different.
And I mean, that's what you said last week with your early impression.
Yeah, he's still pretty early on.
You got pretty early.
Yeah, you got to get to level 13, where shit becomes more difficult.
Well, difficulty is not that doesn't mean shit to me. Like,
Well,
you can make any game more difficult.
You can, but there's just more shit that comes for you as a player.
Well,
when you're-
still, but if it's all like the same shit that I saw in the last game, like, do I really give a fuck?
no,
Not really.
No, there should be some different shit when you get the higher rank.
I don't know. It just seems like DLC, man. I think they bamboozled everybody
Damn.
by buying the $60 game, and it's basically just DLC. Like, that's all it is to me. So, like, you don't
You stand with it.
you don't get different vehicles. You're not getting like different kind of weapon classes. There's only one different kind of person.
Are you still on the same planet? Like, is it the same planet as the first one?
No, it's just Earth.
Yeah, they're the same planets. Yeah.
They're
There's more
Titan-
coming for you though.
Yeah,
Yeah,
well, I
yeah.
mean, Titan and Io. Oh, you haven't reached Io, but Titan and Io were not in the first game.
Yeah,
Only
it's-
one is Earth.
So in any other game, if they just put in two different worlds, would that warrant $60?
There's Nessus is a new world as well. So.
That doesn't warrant, to me, it doesn't warrant $60.
For me, there is, and I'm only level 13 or 14 right now. There is more than I gave credit to on Destiny 1 in terms of just actual content for the campaign and even some vehicles that I did see.
I mean, there is.
Yeah.
I mean, it's more content, but it's just not that different. It's the same content.
Okay,
Like, to me, it's the same exact content.
Yeah, because
well, go ahead.
yeah, I'm gonna say there's stuff that you haven't gotten to yet. That's why I implore you to get to at least level 20,
I mean,
and
I'll,
then
I'll get there, I guess, but it just seems like the same exact fucking game. And nobody's giving me an argument of how it's not the same fucking game.
Well, I have not gotten to the end of the campaign, but
Well, you shouldn't have to get to the end of the campaign for something to be different. If you right from the get-go, it's like, it's different. Like, this is what's different. Like, in this one, there's like, the changes are so small and incremental, I think it warrants DLC status. You know?
I think you're going to see some differences when you get into the teen level, especially like I think last week we were talking about enemies,
Yeah.
enemy differential as well.
I guess.
Early on,
early on
absolutely
it's the
right.
same. Yeah, but once you hit into the teens, you'll meet a new enemy faction.
That's a long time to wait for, I don't know. It's just like one new enemy faction, you know? It's like,
They're
okay.
they're pretty tough. Yeah.
Even if they're just tough, that shit doesn't matter to me, man. It's
Well,
just,
it's not just that they're just tough. They're really unique because they keep doing shit that could be, I guess, considered.
I'm just thinking about
yeah.
any other game that I've played. If I bought a new game, and all I did was introduce like one or two new enemy types, and the rest of the game is basically the fucking same, is that really worth my money? And the answer would be fucking no. Like, resoundingly no.
so I agree that like for games like Call of Duty, even when Assassin's Creed was annualized, it felt very stagnant. You know, and for a 3-year period, especially early on when you're lower than level 10, there's a lot of sameness to it. I get that completely. I think that there are some new bells and whistles that you get later on.
Which you don't have to do the campaign to even get to. You can
Yeah, that's
do
true.
shit free roam and still get there. So
What about the actual gameplay itself and the mechanics?
The mechanics are exactly the
yeah,
same.
there's only like one really new like mechanic, and that's like if your character can see over the edge, they'll pull themselves up. Everything else is fairly the same.
Okay.
There's some tweaks to the jumps, which is good because you'll need it for the raids.
Oh, I hate the jumps.
Yeah, so there's some tweaks to the jumps, which is interesting. So, but there's still just a lot. What I like about this is that the stuff that they did with the DLC from the original game is all kind of packed into this. So like a lot of secret missions, secret areas,
Holy shit.
a little bit of like, you know, just a lot of quests to get really good items and weapons will take you longer, and some of them you may have to ask other people with help with.
You know, I feel
What? Go ahead.
I think what they should have done with this game is to kind of switch it up a little bit. They should have had it so like, correct me if I'm wrong. In the first one, you're fighting against the darkness, and apparently
Wait,
like the light fights
Charlie
off-
Murphy is in the
darkness. But like you fight off the darkness, I think they should have had it so like you basically wipe out the darkness in the galaxy, and you start moving over to different galaxies and start fighting them there to help other teams build up their thingy.
Go to the other, like, go to the Vex planet or the Cabal planet or something like that. I mean, I think that would be better served. Maybe they do it later on. I don't fucking know. Another thing that bothers me in this game, why the fuck, this is 2017, why are we making games with invisible walls?
That's fair.
Like, for real. For real.
right on
you
the
read
farm,
borders?
you have
yeah.
that.
Like, I was,
Oh yeah,
like, there was the level I was on, and I was overlooking some shit, and there's like a town below me, and so I go to jump down there because you can float and shit, and I jump, I go out about 2 or 3 feet, and then a invisible wall hits me, and then I fall to my death. I'm just like, what the fuck? Just put up a fucking wall, like a real wall.
A barrier, of some sort.
It's fucking invisible walls are like. Or some like Super Nintendo shit.
Or force fields. Like in some of the free roam places, there will be force fields that'll block you out.
Yeah, I've seen that, like the blue or purple, whatever force field.
Yeah, you'll see
that's
it.
fine.
But
I mean,
those unlock if you're on a mission and it takes you through that area. But yeah, I know what you mean.
But just don't show me a big, open, fucking wide area.
think that you can
I can't get there. Yeah, it's like this total dick move.
That's
Yeah.
fair.
That's a fair point.
The only type of game that should have an invisible wall is VR. Because
Yeah.
you don't run into a real wall.
What I noticed that was most striking, I guess, from the very beginning of the game is it seems like there's an increase in both lore and the type of cutscenes I'm seeing at launch compared to part 1.
Yeah,
Because part 1 had shit for story. And I mean, again, I'm only talking about launch. I didn't play any of those DLCs.
Wow.
It had shit for cutscenes. It didn't explain. It just dumped me into a fucking void world that was very empty.
For the vanilla version of Destiny, yeah, for sure. But then later on, when they introduced more lore, it became a lot more. And they incorporated this in Destiny 2. Like,
that's what I'm saying.
Literally everywhere you're going, you can find out more. And they give you, when you find out shit, it's actually hints about add-ons to the game, that stuff that's coming. They hint about the raid. They hint about the first expansion. They hint about, because if you notice, anytime they talk about Osiris, that's going to be part of the first expansion. So anything you find regarding that, that's, hinting to what's to come. They talk about, some stuff from Beyond or whatnot. That's stuff that's coming. So it's a lot more, I guess, fulfilling to find like these little nuggets everywhere. You could be on a mission. You could just be exploring and find out more lore just randomly, whatnot. It's pretty interesting.
Yeah.
I'm just thinking about like other games that I played that were sequels, and it's like think of like God of War or Uncharted or whatever, any other fucking game. And it's like there was so much other new content that was in there that I'm just not getting in this game. You know? Like I understand we're getting like a new enemy, I guess, but it's just I don't know. It just seems like the gameplay itself is still super polished, but it's exactly the same from the first one. And the other shit that I was talking about, it doesn't make sense to me.
You're not feeling it. It sounds like that's what I'm hearing.
I mean, it's fun, but it's just like this is like it's basically the same.
Okay.
I have to say the fun factor is definitely
Again, as you mentioned, vanilla version of the first one, and I hardly actually remember any details. I've blocked a lot of that bullshit out of my mind. It was just such
easy. It's 8 hours.
Yeah, it was such a negative experience. I'm like, holy fuck, this I want to forget.
Yeah. So. And since you haven't finished the campaign, I highly encourage you to do so, because more stuff is available to you after beating the campaign. So,
do we want to go to GTA? Who put this rumor on here?
Yeah,
I heard about it. I know who the person's supposed to be too.
Yeah.
Oh, is it announced or are we still rumoring?
It's rumor.
It's a rumor.
Okay.
Yeah.
So apparently, the rumor mill's spinning hard about the next iteration of Grand Theft Auto. So in Grand Theft Auto 6, there is talk that the lead character would be female. And that female character may be voiced by Eva Mendes. And potentially her husband, Ryan Gosling, may show up in this fucking shit as well. So I'm like, this sounds a little, as far as her and her husband, sounds a little far-fetched to me. I'm questioning, do we care if the next GTA has a female lead?
Well, first, get in here, Blue.
Well, I was going to say, I think that's kind of cool for them to have a female lead in the game. I mean, because it's a game franchise and most of the other series have been all male, but it'd be cool to have a female in there. Plus, a lot of the female characters are actually fun to play with, and seeing her, going around fucking with shit would be kind of cool. So, I mean, I'm kind of digging it. And I don't care about Ryan Gosling being, I don't give a fuck about that dude, but I think if they have a cool female character who's doing, some gangster-ass shit, I'm down with it.
You're down. All right. Obviously, at least for me, it's going to heavily depend on the story and obviously how fun and interesting that character is. I would also strongly like to see not just one protagonist. I loved how GTA 5 split that up. I couldn't kind of...
And I was super, sketching that.
Yeah, that's what I was just going to say. I was skeptical until I played GTA 5, and I was like, well, I care about Franklin, I care about Michael, and I care about Trevor. equally, basically. It felt almost like 3 games that I could kind of go in and out of seamlessly throughout the game. So I'd like to see more than one character. I haven't heard if there are even rumors about it potentially being all female or just this one Eva Mendes character. Either way, I believe in Rockstar. They just have to execute and don't like sell us short.
Rockstar hasn't really made a bad game that I can remember. I didn't play LA Noire only because I knew it was burning up PS3s.
Yes, it was. Yeah.
And so it's
Did you
literally
play Bully?
It's still in the wrapper. No, I haven't.
I didn't play Bully either.
Isn't Bully basically GTA at a school?
So I haven't heard that high of a praise.
Aren't all their games basically GTA?
Yeah, well, I guess what Red Dead's GTA in the Old West, and
Yeah.
Bully's GTA at a school.
Yeah,
Like,
what's
I actually saw Project Mayhem play a level on Bully, and I'm like, dude, this is a really brutal game with like kids.
Yeah, you can do some
like they
fucked up shit.
swear at each other. They like potentially hurt each other.
Yeah,
like
you
Mean
can, like,
Girls.
You can beat the shit out of somebody.
yeah,
like,
and
toss 'em in a trash
so
can.
they're like using the one that I watched him like he was this little kid using a slingshot, and they're in a playground, and he's just like fucking them up with like rocks.
Wait, can you kill in the game?
I think
so.
you can seriously fuck them up, not
Yeah.
kill though. But it looks like you. I mean, there's blood and shit. Like it was fucked up.
Yeah.
I was like, holy shit.
The other thing is, I think we're probably 3+ years away. Because, I mean, they're still working on Red Dead Redemption 2, which doesn't come out this year. It comes out next year, hopefully, unless it gets pushed back. I don't think they're very close to GTA 6 at all.
Yeah, how long was it between 4 and 5? At least a few years.
I want to say 4 was 08, 09, and then 2013 was
But it's fun. I mean, their games are,
polished.
yeah, they're polished. They're very large. You know, they're great games. So they take their time. I don't give a fuck.
Even if it's 2021 or 2022, I'm fine with it.
So you're cool with the way the rumor is that the 2 characters would be one female, one male that you could jump from. Like I guess from in part 5. I haven't played part 5, so
God damn, really?
yeah, I've never played part
Still
5.
haven't played that shit.
Yeah, I still haven't
okay.
played it.
That's a must, man.
Well, I never finished a Rockstar game ever. I always get like close. GTA 4, I'm on the very last mission. Never beat it.
God damn.
You know, I'm on the same boat. I never finished 4. Just because something happened, and I think another game came out, and that became more popular, so I never got around to finishing.
Yeah, it was like literally the same thing. And I actually own GTA 3, Vice City, and San Andreas.
Trying to give Kronos some props. It looks like live chat is working.
No, I'm using my own personal account.
Oh, okay. All right.
I'll say, oh, okay.
That's all good.
It's working.
You want to jump? Do you want to actually spill your thoughts on this iPhone? You know it better.
Yeah, the iPhone. I guess it's 10, not X.
It's supposed to be 8. Like if you go by the numbering.
Well, it should be 9.
Oh yeah, 9. They named
Right.
it 8. X.
Because there already is an 8 out, right?
Yeah.
No idea.
And then they updated that too. So my thoughts on Apple, man, once Steve Jobs died, the fucking company might as well just died. These people keep propping them up with all this fucking stock money, but they haven't innovated shit. And the people that have been buying their products, they're basically buying the same product over and over again. You know what I mean? Nothing new has been made on an iPhone for a long time. Like seriously, the longest fucking time. This new iPhone 10 that's $1,000 fucking dollars minimum.
Damn.
Minimum.
Yeah, it's for
has-
like. Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
It's for 64 gigs.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's got worse specs than the Galaxy S7.
I'm sorry.
I'm sorry, S8.
Can I ask a quick question?
Yeah.
You said the minimum one. Does that mean that there's one that's more expensive?
yeah.
There's
Oh, yeah.
one that's in the four-digit range,
Yes.
and
Yeah.
the smaller one is a 9999.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
And all their quote unquote all their new innovative shit that they have announced was it's got a screen with no home button. Okay. I guess. I mean, there's already an Android phone that has that, and it's not actually that cool. Other than that, it has like face unlocking, which Androids had for like the longest time. It's finally got some waterproofing, but it's not as good as the waterproofing that Android phones have. It's got this new like animojis, which I don't give a fuck about an animoji.
I don't know what
I don't
that
think
is.
anyone that's willing to spend $1,000 on a phone should give a fuck about an animoji.
Yeah.
Isn't that more software kind of?
It's all software, but I mean that's mostly what you're getting when you buy an Apple product. Is you're hoping the software is great, right?
But then also it has. I'm not sure if you're gonna say this, but it also has wireless charging capabilities.
Yeah, it's another thing.
Which-
It's like
My phone is a 6. This is like probably like good 3 or 4 years old, and
Yeah.
it's been able to do that from the day one.
Yeah, I don't understand the hype, and I've been seeing people talk about, oh, this is like the greatest iPhone ever. I'm like, no. I mean, I guess if it's the greatest iPhone, sure, but it's not that great. Like there's phones that are already out there. They're still behind the curve. And it's got no fucking headphone jack again. I'm just like, what the fuck are you guys doing? This is like the worst thing ever for Apple. But people are still gonna fucking buy like fucking idiots.
Yeah,
$1,000 phone.
people are gonna be waiting overnight to buy it.
Probably days beforehand. To try to
Probably.
buy it.
Even the screen, like this. Oh, it's got this new fucking wraparound screen. It's a super retina. No, it's
My phone has a wraparound screen.
yeah, like years ago. You know, and it's just like it's so. And it's actually the S8 has better pixels per inch or whatever than that phone. So it's like, what the fuck? And it's probably where they're getting the screen from anyways, from fucking Samsung. If y'all didn't know, if you're buying your goddamn Apple product, it's not actually made by Apple. It's made by fucking Foxconn and Samsung and all those other fucking people and Qualcomm. So yeah, they're not exactly proprietary products.
I just want to say, when some of these ladies put on way too much fucking makeup and you try to do that facial recognition bullshit, y'all gonna have a bad fucking day some of these times.
Yeah, don't do facial recognition. That's just like, as a security guy or former network security guy, don't do the facial recognition. It's stupid.
Yeah.
You use your fucking little passcode or something like that. Just facial recognition is not the way to go.
God damn. All right.
I like the memes that are out for it right now. Like, there's a guy with like a ski mask on. It's all when you buy the new iPhone, you keep your girl from unlocking it because it can't recognize your face since you have the ski mask on.
That's
Well, the funny thing is that when they were trying to demo it, it fucking broke twice. I'm like, that's hilarious.
Goddamn.
That's classic for Apple.
Well, and Microsoft
thingies.
too.
Yeah.
Microsoft has.
But no, like for
demo.
Apple's press conference, they usually they'll demonstrate something and it'll break. Like I think like back in like 80, maybe 90, in the early 90s, Steve Jobs was doing a presentation, and I think they were doing the iMac. The big the big one, all-in-one.
The one with the colors? Or
yeah, with the colors.
Yeah.
And it completely crashed, and they couldn't figure out how to boot it back up. It's like,
Goddamn,
it was so funny, but
that's
yeah.
fucking embarrassing.
Oh yeah, especially when you have all the press around. It was, oh man, it was so bad. I remember that, like it's stuck in my brain.
Holy fucking
Well,
shit.
the thing for me with Apple, it's like they had a chance to like really stay on top of like everything. I mean, VR was like a buzzword, AR was a buzzword. You know, there's a lot of things that they could have been innovative about, but they just waited too fucking long. They're just way behind the curve. I don't know what they're focusing on, but they've allowed themselves. They basically gave up half of a market to fucking Google. You know what I mean? It's like that shouldn't even be possible. Like
Break that down a little bit.
so like back in the day, like I don't know, 6, 7, 8 years ago, Apple ruled the market in smartphones. Like they ruled the market. If you look right now, I'll Google it, but they're like nowhere near. Like they've given up like way more market share
To droids in general, right?
Yeah.
He's typing, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah. So I'm just wondering,
What?
like, they have this like base version. So what are they gonna do when they have the 128 gig version of the
Well, it's
iPhone?
either 64 gigs or 256 gigs.
Yeah.
Oh
it's
shit!
$13.99 for the 269 gig.
And you know they always have like the Dolce and Gabbana version and the fucking what the fuck, Goldman and Sachs version or
You
whatever.
got some stats?
Yeah, it's worse than I thought. So I'm looking at IDC, which is like pretty reputable fucking website, and it shows for Q1 of 2017, Android smartphone market share 85%. iOS is 14.7%.
Is this worldwide? Just
worldwide?
Okay. Wow.
And compare that to like fucking, a few years back, like probably 7 or 8 years ago, it's ridiculous. Like it's ridiculous.
That's kind of sad,
And
actually.
it's all because like they haven't innovated shit.
Yeah.
People just they want to stay on that bandwagon, but it's like you're not helping shit. So
God damn.
I wouldn't be surprised. But the weird thing is that they have so many people buying into their shares because right now they're like, it's kind of like the .com boom, and they're gonna crash eventually because like they're not making enough money to warrant that many shares in their company. They're really not. I mean, they have like one of the biggest market caps in the market right now, but it's really not warranted because their products are garbage. I mean, to be honest.
Yeah. No, I mean, look. I think the public sentiment actually agrees with you in terms of the announcement was on social media mocked quite a bit.
Yeah.
Made fun of, and Twitter had a basically posting on that.
There we go. Let me look up the market share in 2008. And this will tell you the fucking tale of two times. Oh, actually, back then it was 20% was Apple and like 44% was fucking BlackBerry.
Damn.
That's
Oh, yeah,
hilarious.
BlackBerry was on
the
top.
shit for a
Yeah,
while.
they were. You see
Yeah.
that they are trying to? Is it them or Motorola trying to have a new phone? Oh yeah, it's BlackBerry. They have a new phone that has a keypad and shit.
Oh, yeah, I think Google owns Motorola now. They
really?
they purchased them a while back, a couple years
yeah.
ago.
Wouldn't be surprised. Not surprised at all.
But I know. BlackBerry is made by what is it? RIM? What is it, like Rhythm and Motion?
Yeah,
or
it's
something
RIM,
like that?
yeah.
Yeah. They were trying to get the Kardashians to come back and use their phone, so they were like paying them to use BlackBerry so they can try to get a little bit more profits back again, but didn't help out for them at all.
Even Kardashian said no.
Yeah, RIM isn't even like a fucking. They don't own hardly any market share anymore.
Damn.
It's
Sad.
kind of crazy. Yeah, they fell so far off the fucking mark. It's crazy, and they're gonna keep falling.
That is sad. That is sad.
I
Holy
do miss my keypads though.
When does the and this new one drops like later on this year or something?
It comes out in
Some bullshit?
November, limited release. So first come, first serve, and I think they'll start shipping more like in maybe January or February. So they'll start shipping out more. So
That's a high price tag. I mean, for that price tag, I mean, honestly, a Galaxy Note 8, which is actually cheaper, has way better specs than that iPhone. So
yeah.
I just don't get it. Like I said, the Galaxy S8 has better specs, and it's like $200 cheaper. Like at least $200 cheaper right now.
There we go. Yeah. I mean, look, I don't think anybody in this room has one of the iPhones, even though we are in Northern California. Not where they make them, but where the headquarters of
is,
Apple,
yeah.
Well, we got Google too here nearby. So
There you go. There you
They're
go.
both up in here.
yeah.
Holy shit.
Interesting.
All right, what you want to get into next?
So I want to know, how is it you gonna get locked up on your day off?
Oh. So what had happened, it was...
I wish I had Akon play right now.
God damn.
Locked up won't let
Yeah,
me
so
out.
Zuck is like, he and his bots are fucking lurking hard for me.
It's just a very descriptive AI, but I mean, you were marked already, and
I
then
was.
you continued to do your vices, thinking that you was safe or some
You're not
shit.
in their radar anymore.
Yeah,
Them
you
bots
thought,
is
yeah,
like-
you didn't fucked up.
They targeted the fuck out of me.
Then bots was like Steven Seagal, and you was marked for death.
Oh man,
Facebook got it in for me. They tried to kink shame me just
Yeah.
for posting some booty pics on the wall.
yeah.
And they banned my fucking account, and he was trolling my ass with that. Oh, your login session is fucking expired. I was like, God damn it, you piece of shit.
So you got like completely like you can't come back ban or
Well,
like
So look,
So-
they kinked him so hard he had to come back as a fictional character.
Yeah. This
change
is
his
true.
name and everything.
This is true. But so what they do now with these fucking bots and these fucking bullshit ass Zuck, they actually want me to upload my identification, government issued identification,
Oh no!
in order to prove that I am who my name says on my account.
Oh no!
And I was like, fuck that shit.
Damn.
First of all, I don't trust Facebook's ass because
Yeah.
they've had all kinds of weird breaches of bullshit. And I'm not giving them any of my like actual government issued information ever. And I think you'd be pretty foolish to do so. I just, they don't have any need for that information, to be honest with you. And there's plenty of people who have accounts that don't have their exact birth name on them.
I
You
got
know what I mean?
So many cousins with not they don't use their real fucking names. It's
Yeah.
goddamn annoying.
That's hilarious.
Yeah, so I just set up something as a fictional awesome character.
Yeah. That shit was funny too. I was like, who the hell is this?
Yeah, I was like, oh,
Trying to add me.
yeah, I was like, oh, somebody likes this show too, and I was like, wait, what? Hold up, something ain't right.
Hell yeah. So, yeah, he's going to keep doing his bullshit. I'm just going to let my other fucking accounts go. And he even tried, Zuck, his fucking ass. He even tries on my new shit to try to, like, send his bot sniffing around, sending a few warnings and bullshit. I
Dude,
can't stand his ass.
you on the radar, bro. You on that watch list.
Yeah.
You keep trying to fuck up. Don't think that you ain't gonna get caught up again.
They got that face recognition stuff too.
Yeah.
Like when you post up a picture, it's like, oh, do you want to tag such and such in this picture? It's like, how the fuck do you know that person's
Yeah.
in this goddamn picture?
Yeah, man, you keep fucking around, that AI gonna come get you. All of a sudden, fucking these quote unquote accidents happen, your ass get fucking zapped.
He's a fucking cuck, though. I can't stand Zuckerberg, man.
You don't even get AI.
Yeah,
Dumbass motherfucker.
Shit.
he don't understand what he unleashed.
Yeah.
It's coming for you first. Watch, it's gonna be
Hey,
like
gotta-
Final Destination and shit.
Listen to Elon. Elon's got a plan. I mean, Elon's not like the best dude on the planet.
Mm.
I'm sure he's got some flaws, He's pretty fucking smart.
Hell yeah.
He understands the fucking technology. I don't think
Yeah.
Zuck does.
Does he? Are they still in their beef over that
Yeah,
shit?
a little bit, yeah.
You can't be in a beef with a moron.
Oh, god
I
damn.
mean, Elon's got decent intelligence.
So
I don't think that Mark Zuckerberg does. So.
I go with Stephen Hawking. He warned about it like a year ago. He says he told the scientific community that it's in our best interest not to pursue this.
Well, he should know because he's basically AI right now.
God
Yeah.
damn. This is true.
Damn.
This is true. Even his voice.
Oh,
He's more machine than human.
I'm surprised Roger and Zap haven't sued his ass.
Oh,
Damn,
good.
see, that was a good ass joke, y'all.
Damn. Well, it's a good thing.
Computer love.
Yeah, I guess it's a good thing for him that they're dead.
Oh damn. Yeah, I forgot they did that.
Yeah, he did.
Both of them, Roger and
Well, Roger's been dead.
Zap
so-
did. Roger?
I don't
Wait.
know. I know they broke the. Technically, Zap is a group. They've been
Yeah.
broke up. Roger died a while ago. I think he was murdered or
What the fuck? Really?
some shit. Yeah, it was a while ago.
God
A
damn.
while ago.
I think it was really Stephen Hawking's was.
Oh, he's all. That sounds like
had to
some.
kill
That
him.
sounds like an episode of Family Guy.
Get him out
where
of the
he's-
way.
Yeah, he's all
Hey,
like,
since
can't have you doing my voice.
we're still on the topic of Facebook and Zuckerberg, there's something I've been wanting to mention since I got married. Literally the night, right at fucking midnight, the sweetness and I's statuses changed on Facebook from like in a relationship to married, and it was funny because like the next day we were looking through our phone and we're like, and I asked her, I was like, hey, did you change your status to married? And she's like, no, I thought you did it. So fucking Zuckerberg is watching very hard, and like, like people were saying like, oh, maybe it's because you created an event for like the after party and stuff like that. I'm like, yeah, but like, I could have created that event for anybody. Like, I didn't say like, oh, like we got married. I mean, it did say we got married, but it could have been for anybody. So there's no way they could just assume based off of that.
But you're the owner of the event, are you not?
But I could have created for somebody else.
You could have, but
I could have I could have been like the best man and created for somebody else. But
That was
literally,
assuming.
literally at 12 a.m., both our statuses changed to married. That's fucking creepy as fuck.
Now you were heavily drinking. Are you sure?
How did you get home that night?
Shit. I was so drunk I probably couldn't even access my phone.
Actually, that's true. You probably couldn't type.
Yeah.
You couldn't even talk or walk, bro.
Well, yeah, because I have the pattern thing on my phone. There's no way I could. Because there's times when I'm sober and I can't fucking get that goddamn pattern all the time.
They made an assumption,
holy shit.
but it was correct though. I
Yeah,
gotta give them credit for that.
I mean, it's fucking cool they did that. But kind of tagging on it on the wedding thing again. So a few weeks ago, I had mentioned how I had fucked up on Cronus's Best Man's glass, and it turned out that it wasn't me that fucked up. It was a company that did the glass.
Look
like,
at that.
It was
I actually
true.
went back
All right.
and I checked the paper because I swear to God, I checked my phone to make sure everybody's name was spelled right, but they fucked up. So it wasn't my bad. It was the company's bad.
Did you
so
flip over the table and tell them?
I did.
Damn,
I,
I
was
don't want my
I
money.
started smashing glasses. I was all Beyonce up in there.
He showed me proof.
Yeah, I fucking took a picture of the order form. Like, look, I didn't
You
fuck
saw
up,
the
man.
black eyes he gave and shit, broken noses. I was
Yeah.
like, damn, bro.
Damn.
But yeah, so I didn't fuck up. That's all I gotta say.
Yeah, that's awesome.
You're like, I fuck up on a lot of shit, but not
Yeah,
this time.
Not this time. I didn't fuck
Oh.
up on this.
Actually, going back real quick to Destiny, you know that there's the flip over the table emotion where it like pulls out of the table and you just throw shit and everything just goes
I have to
everywhere.
see that.
And then they have the Salt Bay emotion, the emote.
Shut the fuck up.
Yeah, it's a exotic emote, but he does a little Salt Bay fucking shit. It's fucking hilarious.
Dude, I've seen that in the commercials of characters doing that.
Yeah, it's fucking hilarious. I remember when I saw it because you can preview it on your character. So the Salt Bay one you can buy from Eververse, but you can go in and check and just look at the emote and you'll see him do it.
God
It's pretty
damn.
fucking funny.
All right. Who wants to set up this shitty ass PewDiePie doing the N word?
I can
Shit.
set it up only because like I saw it. So y'all know, like the last time PewDiePie did some shit, I was actually on his side because I think it was a hit piece of like what they did to him.
There's two things, right? There's one where you were like a healer or
Yeah, that was out of
hat.
context, and the other one I was just like, he was basically showing how people can go too far for money. So
Yeah.
I got it.
Didn't
Like,
he?
me.
But did he not display that he had memorabilia from the Nazi regime as well, or no?
No.
Well, let him-
He
let
was
him finish
dressing
setting
up
it up.
sort of like a Nazi, doing like it was some shit that was totally taken out of context. He wasn't saying that he was a Nazi or, hell, whatever. He wasn't doing any of that shit. He was just dressing up like that in a particular segment. So it was just taken out of context. But this time, that shit was not taken out of context. All right, so I watched the video because I couldn't find it because they took it down because DMCA took him down. Mm-hmm. So basically, he was playing. I think it was Player Unknown. What is it called? Battle Royale. Was it Battleground?
Battlegrounds.
Battleground.
Battlegrounds.
Unknown.
Battlefield.
And so he was playing this game, and I guess he's shooting at somebody, and God damn it, I hate even saying this fucking word.
Just say the N-word.
You just
All
say the
right, I'll say
N-word.
the N-word. He said, goddamn N-word. And then he's like, oh, shit, fuck. And he was just like, he was mad. So I'm like, he used it in proper context the wrong way.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody should ever say it. But so, yeah, there's no excuse for the way that he used the N-word. And he deserves the mountain of shit that is coming his way now. But the only thing that I have a problem with is like people say that, he was a known racist, blah, 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 because of the last shit. I'm like, well, the last shit really was out of context. But this shit is totally legit. He's a fucking asshole for doing that shit. And, yeah, he deserves whatever he has coming. And people that say that, oh, he's a big YouTube star. He's the #1 YouTube star.
Certainly.
By a fucking mile.
Yep.
Yeah.
He has like, last time I checked, it was 57 million subscribers. And the next one down is like 30 something.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
He's the biggest you could possibly get. He also has a huge ton of young listeners.
Yeah.
And that's the other disturbing thing, at least from my take. A lot of parents are fine and okay with their kids, watching him.
Yeah.
And he's a grown man.
And he curses a lot too in his videos too. So
Yeah,
but
racial slurs, super insensitive, anti-Semitic jokes. None of this is okay.
Yeah.
He's apologized before, but when you apologize and do something fucked up, again, it's like your apology falls on deaf ears and it doesn't seem believable.
Yeah.
it's like crying wolf.
But this guy, see, my problem with this is this guy has been surrounded with racial controversy more than once.
No, it was just that one time from that one article. Before that, there was nothing existed, and everything else goes back to that one article.
Well, I mean, we had the Jewish thing when he paid the people to do the sign or whatnot.
That was all part of the same article.
And then also the quote-unquote him dressing up as a Nazi, but really not a Nazi, but
all part of the same article.
But like I said, it's around controversy. Whether he supports it or not, it is still bringing light on him doing fucked up shit. And then now we have discernible proof that he used a racial slur, and once again he's out there apologizing, but yet he's not off of YouTube, and people are afraid of what would happen because they feel like he's the tentpole of YouTube, and whatever happens to him will most likely happen to everyone else on YouTube. So that's why they're freaking out.
No. So first, I mean, he's a star on YouTube. Yeah, he's a #1 star, but he's a certain genre of YouTube that most people don't really give a shit about. I don't. Only a certain kind of person wants to watch someone else play video games.
True.
Let's be honest here. All right. I'm not one of them. Nobody in this room, I think, is. I understand the young people like to do that shit. My daughter likes to watch PewDiePie videos and watching people play video games. I don't get it. It's weird to me, but whatever happens to him is not going to happen to YouTube. I think YouTube has other problems when it comes to content and leaning more to the left.
Well,
and that's a problem.
I think he's, and I don't want to put words in your mouth, but I think he's alluding to what will happen to other stars that are lesser than him on YouTube.
Well, not only that, but the Let's Play type YouTubers.
Well, that'll be fine too.
So I mean, because he sets a precedent. Because shit that's happened before, any kind of legislation that kind of happens to him will trickle down to anyone else that does Let's Play video.
Well, let me just jump in real quick. I think that when you're talking about his big-time sponsors leaving him based on these incidents, there is a real risk of that happening to the second, third, fourth YouTube gaming stars if they do the same types of things.
Oh, well, okay. So, obviously, you can't be an asshole on the internet. I mean...
Yeah.
But nobody else is doing that. You know what I mean? That's a big star. Yeah, obviously, first of all, you cannot get big using that kind of language. And the thing that bothers me in particular about PewDiePie is that if he said the N-word and on quote unquote mistake on a live stream, you're like, oh fuck, I fucked up. I already know that it's in his vocabulary.
Yes.
So I know that he's used it in his personal life, and that's what personally bothers me.
And you think, I guess, correctly. He didn't just say nigger, he just said.
Yeah, and I don't, I'm not a huge I don't really give a shit about PewDiePie. I mean, I think it's cool, the way that he showed how you can make money on YouTube. I think that's great. But I don't really give a shit about him personally. Sorry, my fucking.
You all right?
There we go. Couldn't hear myself. But yeah, I don't really give a shit about him personally. You know what I mean? I think what he did was innovative, and I think that in the future, people are going to look back and be like, well, this is the first guy that did that.
Okay.
But there's going to be people after him. Like, he's getting older. You know, I think he's going to get a little bit, like, get off my lawn shit. It's going to start happening now. But, you know.
What's amazing about the whole getting older, and I tend to agree, I mean, maybe he's not as in touch with the younger generation going forward, but I think he's only like 27 right now, which is still a grown-ass man.
Oh, yeah, he's definitely grown. But, I mean, he's not, like, when he was real little. You know what I mean? He started when he was, like, I think in his teenage years.
Yeah. Okay.
And he just fucking blew up.
I've watched some of his episodes, and his earlier stuff was funny, but now his newer shit, it's like just fucking annoying. Like I can't stand watching it anymore.
Well, because it's hard to watch a grown ass man mess around like that. You know
it's not him playing games, him like doing little stints and stuff like that. Like there's a scene where he's like wearing like a full like fucking bodysuit. I'm like, why is a grown man wearing this shit? And like he looks fucking ridiculous.
Yeah,
in my opinion.
Yeah. Well, universally he's getting dragged. His sponsors are like separating themselves, distancing themselves from him.
Well,
some sponsors.
So here's the problem.
What?
All right. Unless YouTube literally kicks him off their channel, he's gonna keep making money, like enough to live off of. Like, he can lose every single last one of his sponsors, and it would not matter.
I think he makes like about 12 million a year on YouTube alone.
Yeah. That's absolutely true. I think still there is a impact that he feels from not only social media pressure, but also literal sponsors of him saying, "Hey, I can't associate with you anymore." That's that's an impact. Now, whether it's all of his money, I don't think that's going to be the case. No. I still think he's going to be a multi-millionaire from his content and whatnot. And again, like I said, if you choose to allow young viewers to continue watching him, you know what he's about.
Yeah, and if he wants to do like, I mean, because obviously our channel is an adult channel where like, you know, I think we're shaded like 18 plus or whatever. That's fine, but we still don't drop N-bombs and shit. We're black.
Yeah.
You know? So one of those things that I always hate hearing is that, oh, we can say the N-word because we're taking the power back. No, you're not. You're not taking the fucking power back. I'll say this a million fucking times. If you thought you took the power back, let somebody white call you a nigger and see what happens.
Yeah.
Or any other ethnicity, and then see what happens. See how mad you get.
Yeah.
You know, the power is not taken back.
I haven't liked this guy for a while.
Well, we didn't also talk about how the developers of Battlegrounds were talking about using legislation to pull basically him never using their content ever again.
Well, they already did. They used DMCA to pull him down.
And then they're also encouraging other developers to do the same with him.
Well, that's going to be hard because the reason why they can do that and not the other ones is because
it's theirs.
No.
Well, go ahead.
It's because they allowed him early access. And so when you have early access he basically got early access before like most people did, and because of that he was representing part of that company. But if you're just playing a game that was out like as a normal game, you can't really do that.
Well, but didn't he have early access to a whole bunch of games, I would think?
Well, he does, but you can't, like, not every company can do that, though.
But the ones who do are similar, though, I would think.
They have legal precedence because when you have early access to shit like that, you have to sign paperwork that says that you will not do blah, 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 blah.
That makes I will say this. Even though it's a PC-only game, that game does look fucking fun.
It kind of does, yeah.
It will be on the Xbox One soon.
That's what I've been hearing, but I haven't heard an actual release date.
The release date's not solid yet, but apparently
play it in VR.
Oh, really? Right now?
No, I wish we could play it in
VR.
VR.
Man.
That'd be crazy.
Good shit. All right, now, whomstead have saw it?
I did.
You did, though, right?
I did.
I was amazed because you're like scared of clowns.
Yeah, I usually do not. Actually, the miniseries on TV is what fucking started it.
I just want to know, how much shit did you shit yourself? Like, was it like the whole pants leg? Was it just the draws?
Got a little bad there, like middle of the movie.
Oh, shit.
But here's the thing. They improved upon the original version.
Yes,
This was a improvement, even though it was a reboot.
Yeah.
Which is hard to fucking do. Get in here, Blue. What do you think?
So the Phoenix and I checked it out this weekend, and I'm a big horror movie fan.
A horror movie horror?
Yeah, I'm a horror movie horror. And actually, I didn't find that it wasn't too scary. Like, I don't even think the first one was that scary, but maybe it was since I was younger. But I like the suspensefulness of it all. Like, I love the way that Pennywise were fucking with these kids, and it was fucking great. And like, there was a few pop scares and stuff like that, but overall, it was a great fucking movie. And I love the ending. I love how, like, sorry, so a little bit of a spoiler. There's gonna be
Part 2.
Part 2.
20,
And
27 years later.
Basically, yeah.
That's what I was thinking.
Just like in the first one, so they stay true to it.
But no, but this one takes place in 1985, I believe.
Yes.
Yeah, 89.
So
or
it will
something,
kind of
whatever.
work out for 2018 or 2018. I think the math is about 2018. So if they release it next year, it will work out the whole 27 year.
Sure would.
But man, I enjoyed this movie. I fucking love Pennywise. Like the special effects they had in this movie was fucking awesome. And like, I don't know, it just there's something about when Pennywise is talking to Georgie in the sewer. Just that one scene was just epic because his expression on his face was fucking creepy as fuck, and the way he was talking. He's like, "Oh hey, my name is Pennywise. We're friends now. Now you can talk to me." But it was it was a great fucking movie.
Who is this actor that plays the new Pennywise? Can we
I
look
heard it was
him up?
Alexander Skarsgård's little brother.
It is.
Really?
Yeah.
He knocked it out of the fucking park.
Sure the fuck
and
did.
Tim Curry was a legend for doing the 1st one. Go ahead.
Yeah, so apparently Stellan Skarsgård, who is his dad, did a lot of fucking because he has 8 kids.
God damn.
God damn.
His
Yeah.
dick works.
Yeah, so
Pull-out game is weak.
he was interviewed on Jimmy Kimmel Live. So 4 of his family members are actors.
Okay.
So
It's like the Wayne brothers.
yeah, the
Basically.
Wayne family pretty much.
And what's
What-
God, what's the guy's name? God, never mind.
Oh, you stumbling all over this shit. What did you get in here, old ninja? What'd you think?
So
Baldwin, the Baldwin brothers.
There you go.
Oh.
Baldwin. There you
Baldwin, yeah.
yeah, there's a lot of them motherfuckers too. I've never seen the original broadcast of it, so I was new going into this whole thing. Like I was
go. Didn't read the book either?
no, never read the book. I knew
Sweetest
of
did.
it, so I didn't really know what to expect. I just saw like this clown was really creepy, and I knew a lot of people were terrified of clowns, and I wanted to see what it was about because like when I went, the theater was fucking packed, so it was pretty interesting. So I'm always like squeamish when horror movies involve little kids. That's always kind of a little like
It's not real though, man. I mean, come
yeah,
on.
I know, but still, it's still a little squeamish to watch, like kids getting like chased after or maimed and memed and
They got memed.
yeah, they got memed. They're getting maimed and killed.
All of a sudden, it's a Facebook
It's a
post.
comedy.
Yeah,
there.
yeah, it gets salted on.
They're like,
Well,
fucking tax full of acid.
yeah,
Well, Georgie almost got it salted.
yeah, he did get salted up. Actually, he got raw.
Well, make the distinction, though, because Georgie, we do know from the prior ones, is a little kid under the age of 6. I feel like all of the other child actors
or
played,
high school, yeah.
I feel like they played between 13 and 15.
Don't
Yeah,
they
it's all-
say their age? Some of them call out their age, do they not?
Something like that. Well, I mean, yeah.
They are like they got to be preteen or teens in the movie. I wasn't quite sure. I couldn't tell if they're junior high or high school kids. But
Okay.
they still look pretty fucking young, and they're getting like ripped apart and shit. So it's kind of fucked up. Same thing with Annabelle Creation. It involves like orphanage girls.
Stay on one movie, goddammit.
Yeah, but still, just watching little kids getting fucked up is always disturbing. So Pennywise looked fucking creepy as fuck. He's fucking even when he was like talking normally, he was still creepy looking. So I was like, he's a fucked up clown. So
I love the special effects they use for him sometimes. Like when he would like run towards you, like his face would be stationary, but his whole body and everything else fucking moving like side to side. That was creepy as fuck.
yeah.
So, Prereq Live says Tim Curry was a better clown.
Ooh.
Skarsgård was a better monster. Is that true?
You know, I could see how they could make the argument, because the lines that Pennywise said were very similar in both roles. You know,
That one classical line was missing though.
which one?
He didn't
That
say.
float down
I don't think he ever said that everything floats down here.
No, I totally disagree. I heard, well, at least iterations of they all
Yeah.
float down here at least 10, 15 times.
Yeah, there's a couple when the kid who was doing the research, they were talking about it, and then Georgie says it.
No, he says you float. You can float too.
Okay. I mean, something close.
I mean, yeah, they mentioned they mentioned floating, but they never said that classic line like everything floats down
Oh,
here.
you know what? When Beverly's was like listening into the sink, you hear it there.
Yeah.
Because you hear the little voices say, "We all float down here."
Did they say that he was the immortal Iron Fist though?
Oh,
I'm wondering.
yeah, but
No, I didn't hear anything about Kun Lung and none
That
of
shit's
that.
important.
yeah, this it I don't know how many if records were broken or whatever, but for a rated R reboot horror movie, this is a true horror movie.
That is very specific, my friend.
I hear you. It is. But for a rated R reboot horror movie, it did
About clowns.
about clowns in 2017. It did exceedingly well. I think 117, 123 at the opening box office. it impressed me. You know, and a lot of people went out to fucking see it. A lot of people remember this as a TV miniseries, and it's beloved from the horror genre.
Yeah, a lot of people came out to see, how this stacks up, and a lot of people, I think, were pleasantly surprised. I mean, I've heard some gripes, but overall, most people I know liked it.
There we
So
go.
I thought it was entertaining, pretty creepy, and I'm hoping, this is a good setup going into. I mean, they're unrelated, but you still want. I mean, it's getting close to Halloween, so I'm hoping that Stranger Things 2 delivers on the same level.
Similar, same actor was in
Yeah.
Stranger Things and It, and he did an awesome job. I don't know his name in both. Why don't you talk about a goddamn sponsor?
Okay. I will talk about a sponsor now. So this next portion of the podcast is brought to you by Loot Crate. What is Loot Crate? I don't know.
Wait a minute.
I'm just kidding.
It's a crate with loot in it.
Yeah, Loot Crate is
You too
basically
can be a pirate.
it's a monthly subscription service. It's a mystery box service. So what they do is you pay a monthly fee and they send to you a random box full of random stuff, and it's pretty cool. So they have different levels of stuff and different types of boxes they have. I get a normal Loot Crate. If you see the shirt that I'm wearing right now, it's a Link shirt, but it's like the old school, like 8-bit original Legend of Zelda shirt.
Holy shit, I'm just now seeing
noticing
that.
that?
Well, I'm just now seeing that Link is in the
Yeah,
pic.
Link is the actual outline.
It's very
pretty
meta.
And then I'm wearing my Transformer Optimus Prime shirt. This is from Loot Crate as well.
Yeah, great shirts. So, I mean, just like, for me, the shirts alone are fucking worth it,
Oh, yeah.
to be honest with you.
They're great quality shirts. They fit real nice. The Sweetness was talking about that the other day.
Yeah. Actually, K-Mac really wanted a shirt, and I was like, we can share the shirt, but I'm wearing it first. All right, 'cause she's a huge Legend of Zelda fan. Anyway, Loot Crate, they send to you basically like the basic service is they send you a shirt, a bunch of other little nerdy stuff like this alien right here, or this Rick Sanchez right here. There's a whole bunch of other stuff in the background that I have from Loot Crate. They also have new kinds of crates now that they have other gaming ones. They have a mine chest. They have a Call of Duty World War II, which isn't even out yet.
Oh shit.
They also have film and TV crates like Stranger Things, the next Star Trek, WWE, Firefly, which I'm like, how many Fireflies can they have? Because that's been off the air for a minute.
15 years.
I'm just saying. All right, Loot Crate. I'm looking at you. You know what I wish they could do?
What?
I don't know if they do or not. Because I get the normal Loot Crate, but I would definitely like to get like one or two of the other crates.
Okay.
I wish like I could just say, give me this other crate and...
Which one would
Well,
you love the most?
Actually, Cronus, since you mentioned that, they actually have this thing called Loot Vault. And usually if they have any old boxes that they didn't ship out, like they still have some backlog, you actually can purchase those.
Okay, well, I just want to replace the whole box, though.
Oh, okay.
Maybe just like once. But yeah, I knew about that. You can get like the old stuff. So yeah, they also have a thing called Loot Crate DX, which has like a whole bunch of like really nice stuff. And if you're part of Loot Crate, every month they have what's called the Mega Crate. And everybody that has Loot Crate gets put into a drawing where you can win like a bunch of baller stuff, like TVs and like consoles, like real big stuff. So it's pretty awesome service. So if you go to trylootcrate.com/BTI, put in the promo code of Bridge10, you will save yourself 10% on any new subscription. Once again, that is trylootcrate.com/BTI to save yourself 10% on any new subscription. I was literally saying that while I was trying to read. That was dope. I'm just saying. So let's talk about some Berserk.
Oh, good. Yes.
Yes, so I'm finally watching. I'm in the second movie of Berserk right now, of the Golden Arc.
Yeah, Golden Age arc.
Yeah. So the first one was great. The second one, I think I'm on the third one. That's what I said, right? Third one?
Third. You said second, but you're on the third, the last one.
I think so. So I finished the first one completely. That had like basically, it had gore, but no like demons.
Okay.
The second one had like, the second one is when at the end, Griffith gets fucked up.
Yes.
Okay, so I'm definitely on the third.
Okay.
All right. So I wanted to keep watching the third, but like I was watching it and it's out of part. Look. If you watch this anime, like you either need to have, if you have a significant other, they have to watch it with you, or just don't watch it out of sequence. Like, cause I couldn't. Like, came home and it was in a part where Griffith was all fucked up.
Yep.
And then he fell on this chick, and I was just like, is he gonna rape her or?
Has the eclipse
I'm
occurred?
gonna stop. No, not yet. I'm just saying
Okay.
I'm gonna stop it right now because I don't want to have to fucking explain this shit. And I'm not watching torture porn. All right, I'm just saying. It's just fucking crazy.
Torture.
Now, are
porn.
you doing the Netflix one or are you doing that Blu-ray one?
Well, it's Blu-ray, but it was actually on Netflix because I didn't want to take a disc out, so I was like, fuck it. Yeah. But it's actually really good. It's so funny because like the movies, right? The first one seems like a normal anime movie.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's violent, but it's like meh.
Yeah,
I
like
mean,
fantasy.
It's not meh, but I mean, it's not like anything more than you've seen as far as gore goes.
Exactly, I agree.
Second one gets into like some oh shit. All right, and the third one was like, all right, shit's hitting the fan. Demons are coming out. Probably gonna rape some people. So
I'm gonna wait till you finish, and you definitely got to bring it up next week. But the third one still has the what the fuck 30, 40 minutes that still has my jaw on the floor, and it's the most memorable anime scene I've ever seen.
well, see, and I know some of the parts. I know they go like basically kind of like to hell or whatever, and basically that's where everybody gets murdered and raped. So I know part of that, but I just haven't seen it.
Okay.
Yeah. So, but it's been amazing so far. It's been like Griffith, like he really doesn't do anything wrong. Like in the beginning, right? Like honestly, I put all the blame on Guts.
Okay.
Like almost all the blame was on.
There
Guts.
we go.
I'm just like, dude, like you left your pseudo homoerotic relationship with Griffith, and his butt hurt, and then he goes to fuck some chick, and then he gets caught. You know what I mean?
I am a Griffith apologist to my core.
Yeah.
Even after seeing all of the third movie, which it really gets debatable, I'm still going to say Griffith did nothing wrong, and I know the internet is going to hate me for that, but I don't give a fuck.
Well, I can understand like
yeah,
what
Mr.
happened.
The Night King did nothing wrong.
Well, then I did shit wrong. All right, just stop with that nonsense. But like the thing with Griffith though is that basically he got like emo about Guts leaving, and that's when the shit hit the fan. So Guts is definitely responsible for part of what fucking happens. And yeah, that shit was crazy. It was interesting to see like
Young Guts.
young Guts, and then like Casca when she could still talk, and you know shit like that. And there's actually Lady Farnese, I think that's how you say her name.
Yeah.
There's a cameo of her in the second movie.
Yep.
Which I don't think most people who watch the movie probably don't even notice.
Yep.
I'm kind of glad that I watched like the latest anime and then I went back and watched the movie because then I totally saw her like, oh shit, she's there in like the fucking party.
Yeah.
Like it.
I'm a little bit different on the fact that I kept wondering watching season 1 of the anime series. I was like, well, why doesn't he have an arm? What happened to his eye? Why is this retarded bitch so important to him?
Oh, well, see, I already knew that he went to hell and got fucked up. Like basically hell.
And I mean, they allude to that quite a bit through season 1 and season 2. But I'm talking about like
in the movie though, right?
yeah,
Okay.
exactly. But like the beginning, I didn't know when the anime series started. Sorry, Blue, get in there.
Is the movie canon with this TV series, or is it like loosely based off the anime
No,
series?
it's like direct.
Yeah,
Okay.
It's a continuation. It's actually almost like one long story. So you have the 3-part movies that are all on Netflix, the Golden Age arc thing with the fucked up egg and a lot of fucked up shit.
Yeah.
Did you watch the series before you watched the movies, though?
So I watched 1 or 2 episodes of the series, and then I think it was on the Crunchyroll podcast. They were like, you need to watch the fucking movie. So I went out and bought the fucking movie. And I was like, I really like this character. He seems fucking interesting, Guts, in this world. And I saw the movies, and I was like, this is some fucked up shit.
Actually,
and then I watched the
You know
series.
what's crazy? So the movies are better in 2 ways.
Go ahead.
First of all, they have nipples.
Yes,
I'm
they
just
do.
saying, There's nipples.
Nipples on
All right?
titties.
And then second, it's not cell shaded. I'm
That's true.
sorry, the cell shading takes something out of like the anime. It really does.
It almost feels hand drawn, at least on the movies, the first couple.
Oh
movies.
yeah, for sure. That's the way anime should be. But in this other one, it's like you can tell it's like it's computer generated.
Yep.
You know, and I don't really dig that, but the story and the violence and shit like that is still pretty awesome. So yeah,
I'm just glad you're watching it, man. I knew you dig it.
Well,
I
it's
knew
just
you
like
would.
hard. You know, it's
Can you dig it?
luckily, you know, my daughter's young enough to like doesn't matter what I put on the TV.
Yeah, exactly.
So you know, I'm not gonna watch that shit. I'm not gonna watch the show with my oldest daughter.
No.
because she's like 14, almost 15. I'm just like, you can't be seeing.
Even
that
if she's
kind of
18, don't let her watch that shit.
shit. Yeah. no.
So wait, you say it's on Netflix, but is it unrated or not rated, or
That's
is
it.
it
Yeah,
like,
no, it's unrated. I saw
Oh, really?
Nips, all that shit.
Oh shit.
Dude,
Okay.
Netflix got some R-rated stuff on it, like
Yeah.
some X-rated.
Because it goes all the way there in that
Yeah.
the last.
So, so what, or if so, for people who've never seen this or whatnot, how should they watch this?
So,
With some lotion and a napkin.
Oh,
I mean, you can. Actually, I think it'd be probably more enjoyable if you watch the movies first and then the anime, only because like it starts off like so mild, and it just goes to like what the fuck. Like it ramps. Like the first movie is mild.
Yes.
Like there's violence. Don't get me wrong. That's not mild. But as far as like, it's nothing you haven't seen before.
It's like a normal fantasy tale.
Yeah.
Tale.
Second movie, like the end is just like what the fuck.
Yep.
And then the third movie, you're just like, all right. Well, at the end of the second movie, it's like, okay, there's probably gonna be demons or some shit. He's looking through a hole, and what the fuck's going on here? And the third movie starts, and you're just like, oh, okay, we're just gonna go there.
Yeah.
All right, so yeah,
And I think they're all roughly about 90 minutes, give or take.
yeah,
Somewhere
yeah.
in there.
I mean, I really do enjoy the movie, so if you get a chance, definitely watch Berserk. It's actually one of the shows that have been on my list for like the longest time because there's like an older
Yeah, exactly.
show that's based on.
Yeah,
so.
the 1997 Berserk.
Yeah. I just never got a chance to watch it. Yeah, Guts is fucking badass, man.
Really fucking is, man. I heard some people have complained heavily about there was a video game. I think it's on PS4.
Well, it's basically a Dynasty Warriors.
Yeah, some people said the game was kind of shit. You know, where you're knocking out 80 people in a row with a big sword.
That's, Dynasty, that's what you would do with the big ass sword.
That's true.
If you had a big ass sword that was basically 6 feet fucking long,
Yeah.
if I couldn't knock out 80 people with it, I'd be fucking disappointed.
There you go.
You gotta be strong as fuck. Fuck this will that thing too.
Oh, Guts is strong as fuck,
Oh, okay.
and he lays that strong ass dick too. He doesn't give a fuck.
So he goes fucking the Chrono shit.
Yeah. Dude, I think Kronos is going to agree with me.
Kratos, that's what I meant to say.
I encourage everybody to watch these movies in that series. It's one of those must-watch animes.
I have to check it out.
Definitely a must watch because it's like it's usually because when you see like fantasy movies or fantasy shows in anime right now, they're not particularly. I mean, they're quote unquote violent, but they're not that violent. In this one, it's like ultra violence, and then they're ultra sexual. So if you're I think they're great for adults because it's something that you don't see a lot of animes going to anymore. It's ultra violence and ultra sexual.
Yeah,
so.
it's not funny. It's no comedy, pretty much, isn't it?
There's a little
Light,
bit, but
but
yeah.
Speaking of which, just to stay on anime really quickly, we got a fucking announcement happening for motherfucking tomorrow.
Yes,
Do you realize we got another S-Class interview? This time it's with Sam Dietz. Who is Sam Dietz, you ask?
Who is he?
He's the director of Netflix Castlevania, which we all fucking love.
Fuck yeah, we did. That was like the best, shortest anime ever. It's just like, god damn it. What the fuck?
Yeah.
I gotta ask him about the goddamn babies and the fucking demons.
Yes.
That shit was great. That's another good one. That's like,
Violent.
ultra violence. Is there sexual shit in there?
I felt like it was
a little
all
bit.
violent.
Mostly violence.
There's
Yeah.
nudity.
Yeah.
A little nudity. brief
Little,
nudity.
very brief, but
Yeah.
But the baby and the demon, though.
yeah,
Just saying. that was fucked up.
yeah. There's more bloody or whatnot than anything.
Yeah.
Dude.
I love how fucking Dracula
And-
fucking warned them and shit.
Oh,
Dracula did warn
Yeah.
him.
So look, you guys got 1 year. Pack your shit. Get the fuck out of there.
So
Yeah.
Dracula did nothing wrong.
You know what? We gotta ask him about that.
Damn.
My favorite thing though was this Belmont is fucking badass, and he's going after the fucking church. You know what I mean?
And he's drunk.
Yeah, he's
I was
drunk.
about to say. It's the two big things: dead babies and being drunk.
Yeah. So that's gonna be a really fun interview. We'll probably drop it the same day if it follows suit. You know, unless he says some stuff that we can't air. but we're really looking forward to that.
We air everything.
Yes.
Actually, there was
Almost.
almost. Y'all listen long enough. Y'all know what happened.
Yeah. A few things we had to.
Yeah.
So yeah, if you want to check out Castlevania on Netflix, it's real short. It's only 4 episodes, and they're 25 minutes long each one. So you can power through that in a good fucking hour.
Yeah, it's not Naruto or
Yeah.
Bleach. But really fucking excited about that shit. Why don't we...
Actually,
oh, go ahead.
Not on the list.
Go ahead.
But I'm gonna talk about Ozark for a minute.
Okay.
Oh,
we're
yes.
talking about-
Just briefly because I know I want to talk to it with Stitch because Stitch is actually watching it. I'm pretty sure he's finished it by now.
Only one season?
Only one season so far. Ozark is one of the best shows on Netflix.
Sell me on it.
God damn. All right. Check us out. There's this dude who's a financial planner who ends up being a money launderer for the second largest Mexican drug cartel.
Is that played by Jason Bateman?
Yes, Jason Bateman is the main character. Played by, he's Marty something.
McFly.
Damn.
But the show starts off kind of like crazy, and then it just gets crazier and crazier, and there's like a shitstorm. It just fucking swirls, and at the end, it just fucking lands. You're just like, holy fucking shit.
So intense drama with violence.
Intense. Yeah, there's violence. So basically, what happens is he has to. I'll give you like the premise. I'm not going to give like a lot away. But he's living somewhere, and he ends up having to move to the Ozarks for whatever reason. I'm not going to tell you exactly why. And so he has to figure out how to make money in the Ozarks by like laundering money through the Ozarks. And the way he does that, and he ends up dealing with like, on one end he has to deal with Mexican drug cartels threatening to kill him and his family, like legit, like they break down. They're gonna let him watch his family die first.
Holy fuck!
And then they'll kill him if they don't get their fucking money. And then on the other side, he has to deal with these fucking rednecks and hillbillies. There's a difference, folks. There's a difference between rednecks and hillbillies. I didn't fucking know that shit till this fucking show. I was like, holy shit. All right. Watch the show to understand exactly what the fuck I'm talking about. But he has to deal with rednecks and hillbillies.
Okay.
And it's like a totally different dynamic. So he's like basically he's pinned between like these two walls, like trying to make a bunch of money. And it's just like, it's real fucking crazy.
How many episodes are you talking about for season 1?
I think it's 13 and they're
Okay.
hour long. It's a commitment.
Okay.
But the show is dank as fuck. The last episode, there's a part about, I'll just say a baptism.
Okay.
Okay. And your heart might fucking stop. Kemet cried,
Oh shit.
and I was just sitting there like, what the fuck is going on here?
Damn.
And there's also somebody gets shot in the face that you don't expect, and it's just like, what the fuck? And they show him like brained afterwards, and I was just like, dude,
I'm
what
sold.
the fuck? Yeah.
I'm fucking sold, man. Okay, I'm gonna
It's
watch.
really good.
I'm gonna watch some this weekend.
Yeah,
I'm
it's
gonna
like-
get back to y'all.
Especially because he has a family with like 2 kids. And
Okay.
He's like trying to like, deal with being a money launderer.
All
Yeah,
right.
there's only 10 episodes.
10.
Of,
Okay.
Okay, even better.
And the last episode's like an hour and 20 minutes. So
Oh, so it's almost like a little mini movie.
Okay.
yeah, but it's a great show. Definitely watch that shit.
You know, Netflix got some of the shows on Netflix are fucking brutal, like super violent and shit, especially when it comes to like gore. Because I know Death Note, what sort of subject, but like the death scenes in Death Note were pretty fucking brutal. Like you saw fucking heads get like busted open and shit. It's
All right.
so don't watch that though.
Well, now, man, we are on shows. What about? Oh, go ahead.
Oh no, I was gonna actually. Did we talk about what happened to Monday? We already talked about that last week, huh?
Well,
Cronus?
I mentioned his
Oh.
recommendation, but Cronus watched
Yeah, you
it.
checked that
I've
out too,
seen
right?
it.
Yeah, did you watch it?
No, I haven't watched it yet.
Oh
dude.
man.
So it's not the best movie per se, but it'll give you some what the fuck moments. Like legit.
This is Netflix as well.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Netflix
okay.
original. So it looks like a TV series, but it's a full-on hour. It's like a 2-hour movie.
Okay.
Is it anything like Black Mirror? Not Black Mirror. Orphan Black.
I've never seen Orphan Black, so I have no idea.
Sort of. So in Orphan Black, they're clones, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so in this one, they're actually all siblings.
Oh, okay, so they're
So it's 7 siblings named after the days of the week.
Okay.
And
so
so
they're not like octuplets or some shit like that, or what's it?
They are septuplets.
yeah,
So they are twins, or
they're all legit
looking
twins.
like. Okay.
Yeah, but the thing is though is that they can only go out on the days that they're named after. So they're all named after days of the week.
That's fucking
The
weird.
reason being is that it's in the future where you can only have one child. If you have a sibling, the sibling gets cryo frozen and like put away until because it's overpopulation. So what they do is they assume the same identity, and then they go out only during the day of the week.
So on some extreme Chinese government old school shit.
Yes.
Yeah,
Wow.
kind of. But it's like things go bad
Yeah.
real quick,
Yeah.
and then it snowballs after that.
And people that die, I was just like, what the fuck? Like
Yeah.
people die in like brutal fashion, like real quick, and it's like, I thought they're gonna live, and they don't. And it's just like it's pretty
Damn.
crazy.
Yeah,
like
even there's a sex scene that's actually pretty intense. I was like, oh, I didn't think Netflix would show this, but yeah,
Oh,
they
yeah.
kind of do.
Are there titties?
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
for sure. It stars Nomi Rapace.
Oh
The-
yeah, Dragon Tattoo Girl.
Yes, it stars her. She plays all the siblings. So and each sibling has their unique personality.
She's a great
So-
actress. I'll give her props.
Yeah, if she pulls out some chops for this movie. So it's crazy because it has some action to it. So
Okay.
there's action. There's
There's
a little.
lot of action.
Yeah, some action. There's intrigue. There's a huge mystery going on. What happened to Monday?
All right.
So
Monday's obviously her name is Monday.
yeah.
Actually, on that note, real quick,
Go ahead.
I'm actually cutting the cord on the 18th. So in a couple of days, I'm gonna cut the cord with Dish Network, and I've been using. God damn, it's all fucked up again. Hopefully, y'all can hear us, but I see our videos fucked up. Anyway, I'm cutting the cord with Dish Network, and I'm just gonna go to PlayStation View. I'll probably do a video thing about this pretty soon.
Do it.
But PlayStation View is fucking legit.
All right.
It's legit. Like today, you can cut the cord, save money, and still watch basically everything that you wanted to watch. PlayStation View probably might not have every single last thing that you watch, but they already unbundled shit anyway. So like the things that I needed that the PlayStation View didn't have was like Stars, but Stars is like $9 a month.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I don't really give a fuck because that's for Ash vs. Evil Dead, and then K-Mac watches Outlander. There's a couple other shows too. But yeah, like the ultimate, whatever the ultra fucking thing of PlayStation View is like $75 a month.
That's cheaper.
And it comes with like most of the shit that most people watch.
Okay.
And so I've been pretty happy with the service so far. The way that they have like their cloud DVR is fucking dope. So, and this is what's better than Dish. So, with Dish, when I record a show and it goes over its time,
Yeah.
I'm fucked.
Yeah.
Right?
I fucking
Okay.
hate that shit.
But what fucking PlayStation View does is they do the same thing. Like they record it, but then also if you click on it and it says on demand, like immediately you can just go watch a show
That's cool.
with it, like the entirety.
And just so everybody knows, they're not paying you to say any of this. You're just a consumer that likes their product. So.
If
Yeah,
they want
yeah.
to, you can reach us at Black.
Definitely, Sony. I will definitely talk you up more on this podcast. I'll talk about you every fucking episode if you want.
Hell yeah.
Yes. But yeah, it's an awesome service. There's only one downside I don't like. It's the way they do their fast forward. It's fucking weird.
Okay.
Like fast forward just seems like it's weird when you press it. It doesn't like it's not a smooth transition. It like chops forward and forward and forward.
Oh, so it's kind of like what YouTube does, how it jumps frames instead of
Yeah,
actually
yeah.
showing you what it's fast
So
forwarding.
room for improvement on that.
But other than that, it's been a great service. They definitely over delivered from what I was expecting.
That's good.
And yeah, it's been great, especially like the cloud DVR. If you get PlayStation, like people are thinking like, okay, well they're just gonna put a bunch of shit on my PlayStation. First of all, you don't even fucking need a PlayStation. I watch that shit on my Fire TV,
Yeah.
and all the shows that you record, they're in the cloud, so it doesn't even go on your fucking local box.
That's pretty cool.
So you can literally watch that shit. You can watch it on 5 devices at once, which is dope, and it's fucking great. It's literally the future.
Keep letting me know about like the experience. I may do the same. Who knows?
It's really good. I mean, we gotta talk about like what shows you watch, but because obviously there's like a couple of holes there. But
Yeah.
even when you because you can still get those channels, just pay for them separately.
There we
I
go.
think the CW was one, but it's free any fucking way.
There you go.
And then Stars was one, which is cheap. It's like
And you just basically bought the app through Fire TV, right? The Stars app.
yeah.
shows.
I went to Fire TV and bought it, and then Fire TV is dope by the way as
Yeah.
well. So if y'all don't have that, get the Fire Stick or the Fire Stick TV. The difference, I had to look it up. The Fire TV has more onboard storage and it's faster.
Okay.
And it plays in 4K. So,
Okay.
There you go.
Good shit.
Over the Fire Stick. And there's a new Amazon Fire thing coming out soon anyway.
And what's also something cool that just actually got released recently is that you can actually control your Fire TV with Alexa or with the Echo.
Yeah, with the Echo. Yeah.
That's cool.
I mean, you can talk to it anywhere with a button, but yeah, you can
Yeah.
tell your Echo. You could say if you name everything in your house, right? I could say Alexa, play True Blood in living room, and then it'll turn on my living room and then play it.
That's the future, man.
Yeah.
That is some George Jetson shit. All right, old ninja. I know you always got a hard on for fucking Star Wars. There was some big Star Wars news. Take us away. Do you know what it is? You know what I'm alluding to?
So last week we talked about the departure of Colin Trevor, whatever Dino, whatever the fuck. He left Star Wars. He and Lucasfilm departed ways, so he's not directing Episode 9. Just this week, we had an announcement that J.J. Abrams will return to direct Star Wars Episode 9.
That's Mr. Sir J.J. Abrams.
Yeah, so he's back on board. It's some people were kind of like, last week turning up who was going to direct because like Ryan Johnson so far is the director who's had the least amount of problems with Lucasfilm. So he's the guy who directed Episode 8.
Okay.
So they thought that he was the most likely to direct Episode 9. But no, they bring in J.J. Abrams. So apparently he's got enough room free, and he's already done a film with Lucasfilm. He knows everybody, so it should be interesting.
JJ does whatever the fuck he wants.
Yeah, of course, now he can do whatever the fuck he wants.
Yeah.
I am not mad at this at all. I'm actually even more excited now that he's returning.
Because he now, with his resume, didn't he do? Was he involved in Force Awakens?
He directed Force Awakens.
Okay, yeah, he was Force Awakens and two of the Star Treks, right?
So he did.
Yes.
He rebooted Star Trek in 2009. He also did Star Trek Into Darkness. He also rebooted the pretty much the Mission Impossible franchise.
That's all the
he
evidence
took
you
over.
need.
He took over Mission Impossible 3, and then he did 4, and then he was executive producer on Rogue Nation, which is actually a really good Mission Impossible film.
Well, don't forget Lost. He did too.
Oh yeah, well a lot of people.
I hated
know
the
that.
ending.
I know that Lost is a sore subject for a lot of folks.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean, the last 2
The
years,
first 2 seasons were good. The other one.
they had some problems.
What happened to Smoke Monsters, dog?
Ah, there you go. He never explained shit. But JJ knows what the fuck he's doing. I have all the faith in the world in this man, and I know he's going to respect the property. And the other thing is,
Star Trek, great reboot.
Yeah, of course.
We mentioned Star Trek.
He rebooted 2 major franchises.
Well, I was going to say for Force Awakens, even though, again, not a perfect movie, the nostalgia it was very nostalgia heavy. Don't forget, that broke the $2 billion mark worldwide.
Exactly. And he kicked off this new trilogy. So I think it's great that he's going to come back and close it out. I mean, he's a great director. I've liked a lot of the stuff. He's executive producer on Westworld.
Yeah, there you go.
So he's in high-profile, high-performing projects. Him coming back to this, to me, this makes sense. I mean, yeah, I kind of would prefer another director, but then like you have someone who's already been there, done that, is familiar. Great way to close it out.
You know what? Actually, this closed the argument on some bullshit, though. There were rumblings from the fringe parts of the internet.
Oh shit! I know where you going
about how this had to mandatory be a female director and blah 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 blah.
Oh, I know.
And here's the deal: nobody has the resume or chops of JJ right now.
Yeah, well,
and that's no shade to any of the other qualified male and female directors, but the whole have to mandate thing gets thrown out the window when JJ's available.
Yeah, well, not only that, I think folks need to remember the head of Lucasfilm is a woman.
Yeah.
It is Kathleen Kennedy. She is all of Star Wars.
And she's been doing a kick-ass job.
She's been doing it since the 90s.
Yeah.
Like, George Lucas basically gave her the reins to take over while he negotiated the deal to sell to Disney.
Yeah.
So his deal with Disney was that she run Lucasfilm.
She knows what she's doing. She's an awesome woman.
So she's yay or nay. She could have pointed out whoever the fuck she wanted.
And of course she wanted JJ because everybody believes in him.
Exactly.
So, I mean...
He produces.
He's going to produce a really good product, too, because so far his resume, he's got some movies that aren't that great, but
most of them are good.
All of the reboots have been really well done, so
yeah.
He did a good job with Force Awakening.
I give him props for being a huge Star Wars fan and yet coming over to Paramount and say, I will work on the Star Trek movie for you. Did his homework. He literally, his wife, his friends that were Star Trek fans, they took all this shit from Star Trek lore, talked to Leonard Nimoy, and went to work to make a Star Trek movie work. And it worked. It was one of the most successful Star Trek films ever.
Oh, go ahead.
I was gonna say, do you ever see the Easter egg in the Star Trek movie where
where R2-D2
floating in space?
It's hard to catch. You gotta be quick on the pause button.
I'm willing to say that I haven't seen the third Star Trek, but the first 2 Star Trek movies are probably the best Star Trek we've seen on the big screen, period.
The last one was my favorite of all time.
Oh, really?
Yeah, Star Trek Beyond. I fucking love that
need to
one.
see
I know.
that
Plus, JJ was in the Jeffersons. I'm just saying.
Oh, God damn it.
What? He's 51 years old.
Yeah, god dang. So
Spit take on
I'm not mad at this. I'm actually even more excited now that he's in this. Also, a little bit of Star Wars tidbit news. Rian Johnson, the director of Star Wars Episode 8, he noted he announced on the Star Wars show, which airs on Wednesdays before us. Joseph Gordon-Levitt is in Star Wars Episode 8. He's the voice of an alien.
I'm down for that.
He's not gonna be like fully on screen. But he will voice an alien in the movie.
Don't matter.
So he's not the only celebrity cameo also or whatnot because
there's gonna be a ton.
Yeah, there's gonna be a few of them. Most notably, everyone was talking about Tom Hardy, who's gonna be a stormtrooper. So there's a tweet of him in stormtrooper uniform last year.
Seems like a little bit of a waste for Tom Hardy. I mean,
he wanted to do it.
I know, but I mean, I would love to see him be like.
This is not going to be revisionist history. So remember how she got, they made her open up the fucking shields?
Yeah.
So basically, in this fucking comic in the beginning, it's her getting out of the trash compactor.
Yeah.
and then she basically has to cover her tracks to make it seem like she didn't open up those fucking shields.
Oh, to lie. Okay.
So the first thing she does,
Oh, she's the Chrome Stormtrooper, right?
yeah. So the first thing she does is she goes to the terminal where she was at, and then she deletes all records that she's the one who brought down the shields.
Holy shit.
And then she sees that one other person read the fucking logs,
Oh.
and the person's leaving, so she goes to chase after him to kill him.
Fuck.
It's
awesome.
the lieutenant.
I'm sorry. Is that a higher rank than her?
I
lower?
No, it's lieutenant, so it shouldn't be higher.
Okay.
Yeah, she's a captain. But yeah, I was like, holy shit, like
Awesome.
I mean, that's cool. Like, but it's like you're not a very likable character if you're just coming up your tracks, you know. So,
So far, so good though. I mean, is she badass? Beyond that,
they kind of fucked up a little bit in the comic because she was always trying to shoot him. 'Cause she had sniper positions on him, but every time she was gonna snipe him, the fucking planet shifted, so she missed.
okay.
Because it was during the time when the planet was destabilized.
Okay. Yeah.
So
yeah.
I mean, it kind of makes sense, but it's like, I mean, come on. It was like 2 or 3 times. It was like missed a shot.
I don't think she's a thing yet. You know what I
No.
mean? Like, it felt, because literally they had toys for her, a bunch of toys at Target and all that other shit.
You can't have a character. You can't push a character that doesn't do anything in the movie.
Or
You
that
know
the
what I mean?
fans don't. Because, I mean, here's the thing. Boba Fett just had a fan following, period. He didn't do a whole ton of shit in
No.
Empire or Return of the Jedi, but he did enough to have a huge fan base relative to that movie.
Yeah.
She ain't Boba.
No, which is a shame because when I heard that Gwendolyn Christie was going to be in this movie, I was like, cool, because I want her to get
Sure.
more work. I think she's a great actor or actress, however the fuck you want to say it. And I think that it's really awesome to see somebody of her stature being a woman
She's
getting
huge.
roles like that. Because, yeah, she's very tall. And she's a model, too, which is interesting.
Wait,
But, yeah,
like back in the day, a model?
she might still be a model.
Wow, okay.
Yeah, that's where she started, was like being a model. She was an actress.
Okay.
So I mean, it was cool, but then it's like she didn't do fucking anything in this movie, you know. So
Well, she lowered the shields.
That was about fucking
She
it.
checked his fin was okay.
Yeah.
Send him back to fucking therapy or some shit.
Yeah, so I can't wait for Last Jedi. I can't wait for fucking more Star Wars. It's just fucking epic. I
Oh,
love
it's
it.
coming so soon. I can't wait.
I haven't
know-
seen any cosplay of the chromed out.
Oh, Captain Phasma. Because, like, again, she's not a fan favorite.
yeah, and it's fucking hard to chrome out some shit.
Okay, that's a model pick of her.
That's her as a
Yeah.
model.
There's a lot of modeling pics.
Well, good for her. You know what I mean? Again, I'm not hating on her. The character I hate on. Phasma, Captain Phasma ain't shit. You know, I'll just say it again and again.
But then Kylo Ren did nothing wrong, I guess.
I didn't say Kylo Ren. He killed Han Solo. Fuck that motherfucker.
Holy shit! Look how much taller she is than.
towers.
Oh,
over
look at
both
Kit
of them.
Harrington.
Kit
He's-
Harington seems small as fuck right
Yeah,
there. He looked like a
compared
hobbit.
Well, yeah, because Sans is pretty tall too. She's probably wearing high heels, but
Damn,
there
she's
you go.
6'7".
Yeah, she's tall as fuck.
Yeah.
Good
So-
lord.
So speaking of Sansa, who was in the shitty ass X-Men Apocalypse, you know this fucking bitch, J-Law, Jennifer Lawrence, has
Talking about my girl that way.
tripled fucking down on something being in the reboot of the fucking X-Men as Mystique when nobody on this planet thought she did a good job or wants her back. I can't stand her.
Wait, what does she want? I'm sorry.
She wants to be Mystique in the reboot
No,
stuff
put on
of
some
the X-Men.
Put on the goddamn makeup, then, bitch.
Or
How about that?
and don't be a fucking hero either. Like
Yeah.
I feel like one way or another she kind of strong armed her way into the rewriting of that bullshit for Mystique, even though she's literally killed U.S. senators to be the fucking hero and leader of the X-Men. It was just some bullshit.
But how the hell? Wait, you can't have a reboot and include this. Wait, isn't this like the third time they reboot the X-Men?
They keep doing
Yeah, it's
stupid
like
shit
because
with it.
they move it to a different time, and then they say it's in between their timeline, but yet it's a reboot because they have whole new actors and whatnot.
Even without a whole lot of acting experience, Romaine Stamos did a better job.
Oh yeah, she did.
Flat out.
And she.
Well, she didn't talk.
Don't matter. She still did a better job.
She got that fucking costume, didn't she?
She sure did. She was blue. That's what the fuck she was.
She played off that Mystique role, boy. Woo!
Yeah, that body was banging back in the day on them movies. Remember her Rebecca Romaine?
That was perky.
Shit.
You know,
Yeah, so
I still like to see J Law in blue. I'm just saying.
she don't want to be. She was fucking lazy with it, man. That was my biggest problem. She didn't really respect the role. She was in blue for like what 5-6 minutes of that movie.
Yeah, that's the problem that I have. Is like, look, if you're in a superhero movie, or a super whatever movie, a comic book movie, play the fucking part.
Yeah.
Don't be like, oh, I don't want to get in makeup. That's the fucking part.
Yeah, no shit.
All right, that's the part. They should
And
be
nobody forced her to do this shit.
yeah, exactly. They're paying you to get in makeup. What the fuck is wrong with you? It's like somebody being like, okay, I'm gonna be Thanos. I don't want to be purple.
Yeah.
Like, for real.
Could you imagine Josh Brolin doing some bullshit like that?
I'd be like, fuck that dude, too.
Yep.
Especially with Mystique, like her whole persona is that she's a fucking mutant. She wears her mutant pride. Like she's always
Exactly.
in her mutant form because that's who she truly is. Like she don't go off and hide it and be a human or whatever.
It's almost like Nina Simone being played by a light-skinned chick.
Oh, he went there.
Yeah.
Even though I love Zoe Saldana.
I do like
Oh, yeah.
it. Yeah.
But, yeah.
I like her green and blue.
I'll take
Damn.
her.
She has been green and blue.
Any which way but loose, because I don't like them loose ones.
God
Dang.
Sloppy thirds.
Damn. Thirsty third.
God.
I gotta feel your soul. I'm just saying.
Oh, man.
Damn. Whom's to have seen Orville? That was
Oh,
the
I did.
Seth
I
MacFarlane.
have.
Yeah, I did. I did
sci-fi.
last night as
Take
well.
it away.
We might have opposing positions on this.
Let's hear them.
Imagine that.
Not on this podcast.
Yeah.
Actually, we might not.
Who wants to take it? Go. Someone.
You can start. Yeah.
Yeah, I'll take it. Fuck it. Actually, no, I've been talking a lot. Go ahead, man.
Old Ninja.
So basically, Orville is a Star Trek parody series created by Seth MacFarlane. He also stars in the lead character. Yeah, I mean it's basically supposed to be like a funny version of Star Trek, and it just to me it wasn't that funny. I mean that
Spaceballs.
Nah, it wasn't even on Spaceballs level.
That was a
No.
Star.
Yeah,
Wars.
Yeah, it's Star Wars.
Spaceballs
Still.
is way funnier.
Yeah,
Parody.
Spaceballs is way funny. I mean, it is a TV series, but I just felt like there wasn't enough from the guy who created Family Guy and all these other crazy raunchy stuff. I know Seth MacFarlane's a huge Star Trek fan, so it was just weird. Like he could have had a lot more fun with it, and I just felt like he took it a little too serious. I don't know. It to me it wasn't that funny. I'm gonna watch a couple more episodes to see how it fills out, but it was just kind of okay.
Yes, I guess we're all sort of on the same page. So,
Okay.
I mean, I did enjoy it only because I'm a huge Star Trek fan, but I'll have to kind of echo what Old Ninja was saying, is that it actually wasn't that funny, but it wasn't, I'm going to say it's not that funny, but it's prefaced by, it wasn't really trying to be that funny at the same time, you know what I mean? Like, they had some jokes that were, like,
Okay.
laughable, but other ones were just, like,
Eh.
it was kind of like, just like Star Trek shit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
So it is meant to be taken a little bit more seriously?
I think
hard to
they're in
say.
like a weird like gray zone right now.
Wow.
Like I don't know if they're trying to be a comedy or because like the shit with like him and like his ex-wife, that shit is to me was fucking funny. But there's other parts that are like serious about the show. You know what I mean?
Like
it's-
true sci-fi.
yeah,
Yeah.
like sci-fi, which is like weird because I know that Seth MacFarlane is a sci-fi fan. He's the same guy that produces Cosmos.
Yeah.
So I understand that part, but it's like, hey man, you got to pick whether or not you want it to be like a comedy or a sci-fi show.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
he's done so well with comedy.
Yeah.
You tend to think of him and think comedy before anything else.
Well, he doesn't always have hits. I mean, he did a movie.
Oh,
the
what
Western.
was it? Yeah,
Yeah.
the thousand ways to die in the West.
Yeah.
That bombed.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
bombed, and like I was watching it when it came back, and she couldn't watch it. She's like, I don't like this, and she's like a huge Seth MacFarlane fan.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know, man. I hope they do better with it, but they need to pick whether it's going to be comedy or sci-fi, or if they're going to do a sci-fi comedy, they got to do a better job with both.
Was it a
Yeah.
one-episode pilot, or did
Yes.
they do a combination
Well, it's
of?
hour long.
Yeah, it's
Okay.
just the pilot aired. There's only been one episode. I'm gonna try to give it 3 to see if I'm gonna keep going with it. It's cool. They do have a Star Trek alumni on the show. They have she played Captain Sisko's girlfriend on DS9 for a little bit, so she's the doctor on Orville.
Okay.
So I mean,
How are their effects? Like, is it pretty like
Yeah, the effects
high-tech
are cool.
effects, or is it kind of
Yeah,
cheesy
not
shit?
bad.
no, they're actually. I mean, because it's on a major network, I would hope that they would have really good effects, and they do.
Well, wait. Okay, now.
It's not the best though. But
Yeah, I was gonna say we got to compare this. So, like, The Expanse is on Sci-Fi with a way lower
it's not,
budget.
No, it's not like the It's
Okay.
not like the. It's enough to where you're like, okay, this is cool, but not like, oh my god, look how awesome that. No, it's just like, okay,
Are there sex box?
we don't. There could be later. I
no,
don't know.
but there's a racist robot though.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
And he calls him out as a racist. Aren't you?
You know-
racist.
Yeah, it's funny 'cause I thought it was the voice of Brent Spiner, but it's not.
Oh.
But they make him sound like Brent Spiner.
Okay.
Brent Spiner is played. He plays Data.
Oh, yeah,
on
yeah,
Next
yeah.
Generation,
Oh,
so.
that's funny.
Yeah.
So it sounds like you're going to give it potentially one more.
I'm gonna give it a
I'll
couple
give it
more.
more, yeah.
I gotta give it. I mean, it's only been the pilot. I need to see a couple more episodes before I decide to stick with it.
It's got a full season, so
Okay.
it's got
Yeah.
at least 13. I think it's 13 episodes. they're
Yeah,
gonna
something like
air.
that.
Well, if they don't do shit right by Seth, he'll pull all his 3 or 4 shows off the air. Or, you know what I mean? Or
Yeah, right.
He'll be all right no matter what.
Yeah,
Yeah.
dude, he can afford to lose a show.
this
That's
is true.
That's,
This is true.
We fucked up on
He's-
movies.
He's already lost a couple shows.
That's true.
Yeah, so
he
he-
lost
Cleveland show.
Cleveland show. Yeah.
Well,
American
Yeah.
Dad.
Family Guy notoriously got canceled. You know, early. What was that? Season 2 or 3?
yeah, it was
And
like
then-
way early on. I remember when it came back. That shit was hilarious, and they called out every single show that got canceled.
Yes.
Yeah.
That was great. So Fox has had some big hits and some big fucking misses.
Dude, a quick fun fact about Spaceballs. The way that George Lucas, the directors of Spaceballs went to George Lucas to actually be able to use like similar lore from the Star Wars movies.
Yeah.
And one of the things that Lucas said is that you can't have toys or action figures of Spaceballs. So in Spaceballs, they actually did have the toys, but they had it only in the movie. Like that was the only place you could
Oh,
find
Oh
it.
yeah,
okay.
that's the
Funny.
whole joint. The
Yeah.
whole joke is all, oh, tell me what you see. He's all, no, sir, I didn't see you playing with your toys again.
But what's
awesome.
what's funny is that Spaceball happens in the Star Wars world because there's a scene when they go to the diner, and if you go back and watch it, there's a Millennium Falcon parked on the side.
Oh shit.
So that pulls it into the Star Wars universe just because that was there. So
That's fucking awesome.
Little fun fact.
That's good shit.
Interesting.
Did we have any Ask Bees and Bees?
I thought we did. Let's pull it up.
We're gonna
real
search
quick.
for them on the motherfucking fly.
Did any of you have any on the fly?
Dude, I had a question on the
Sometime-
way over here about fucking some shit. Oh god, I can't remember what it was. I know it was about sex robots, but I can't remember what the whole point of it was.
This is just you in your car thinking up shit.
Well, no, I was listening to something. They started talking about sex bots. I was like, I wonder what the guys would think about this. Well, okay, so they were talking about how like the new generation is called the iGen, which is because the kids nowadays all grew up having like an iPhone or like some kind of computers or tablets, stuff like that. And one of the cast members had said like, yeah, eventually people are gonna have to stop having sex because they're gonna be sex bots. Because people are having sex with that and they won't really want to have sex with females or vice versa. And it made me think of the episode of Futurama, where, you know, you can't have sex with the robot or whatever because, you know, you're human population. But one of the persons had said, like, that actually might be a good thing because, you know, the world, like, we're kind of overpopulated and stuff like that. And do you guys feel like having sex bots to kind of, you know, kind of help bring down the population is a good idea, or the two, like, you're fucking around with shit?
So, once,
Oh shit.
I think I've talked about this maybe previously on the podcast. I'm probably gonna fuck up these words because I've been drinking
Drinking.
a pretty fucking strong beer. This is a 14.2% alcohol beer.
God
Holy
Damn.
shit.
This is fucking strong. Anyway, once you hit a certain, I want to say welfare level. It's not welfare. It's
Income?
like income, just like a wellness level.
Okay.
Like in society, naturally your birth rates and like having kids rates are going to go down. Look, Japan is a prime example. They hit a certain rate, they're basically missing a fucking generation.
Yep.
So I think just naturally, once you hit that level, you'll be fine. Until you hit that, you're probably gonna be fucked for a little while. So, but yeah, I think if you had jacking off robot, I think most of those robots, they'll first serve people that are basically unfuckable. So it wouldn't really matter anyway.
For me, to me, it's all hypothetical until we get to the level of robots actually having the smell of good pussy
Holy fuck.
and the wetness, lubrication feel of good pussy.
You can do that practically now with a fleshlight.
There's no smell of good
not the
pussy.
smell,
on the
but the
flesh.
second part.
Ninja, when's the last time you fucked?
That's classified.
But flesh, you know they don't have. I mean, you should.
I mean, I've got a couple of flashlights. I'm just saying. Well, I don't use them anymore, obviously, but
but they
have
don't.
them.
They
they don't have the smell, but enough lube in
smell
it.
is fucking important of good pussy. You know what I mean? Smell and feel and taste and juiciness and
warmth, shit like that.
all of that. You know what I mean? You can't have coldness. You know, cold.
Oh, wait,
roughness on
wait.
the
You're
dick.
the one who keeps talking about cold pussy.
Well, I mean, dead pussy
you go.
can't say no. But I mean, I'm just saying.
Damn.
Until they upgrade their technology to be much more lifelike all the way around, this is all just kind of theoretical for me. You know, but I'd fuck a pig for.
Yeah.
So.
Yes,
There
we
we
know.
go.
Holy
Did
shit.
you find any on Ask Me to Be?
Yeah, we got a pretty dank one.
Yeah, it's fucking
Oh
bad.
shit!
You want to read it?
It says all
Yeah,
members.
This will be England Blue Marvel.
Oh, this motherfucker.
Who's at Suns1 Marvel on Twitter. Yeah, I had to read it a couple times because it was in 2 parts. They didn't put the 1/2 thing in there. It fucked me up. So it said, all members of B and BTI are standing in a circle.
Oh, yeah.
There is a person behind each member who has a gun pointed to your head. The only way to live is to perform a circle jerk as a team.
Jesus fucking
Meaning
Christ.
you take your right hand and jack out the person next to you. I'm taking my chances with the gun.
Yeah, sorry, guys.
Is it a revolver with like some Russian roulette shit, or is it just?
I think it's just bang, you're dead.
Yeah,
okay.
man, you're dead.
I'm not jacking off anybody on this cast.
I'm pretty confident in, if somebody's lazy with a gun, you take him.
Take him out.
I'll take my chances.
You gonna headbutt that bullet?
No, I'll just,
Dodge it.
Try to catch it with your teeth.
Yeah, that's just a fuck.
I would die not jacking somebody off.
There you go.
Just saying.
Fuck that shit. Yeah, that's some dang shit, man.
Yep.
You
That's pretty dang.
I think there was a question.
That's a great question.
I don't know if he ever answered it. There was a question that Vic had asked about how do we come up with our intros.
Oh, we have answered that one.
Yeah, we
Sorry.
have
Yeah,
answered
yeah.
that.
It might have been on the one that you
Off
were
the
not
cuff.
there.
Maybe, yeah.
That's all good. I think we have basically rounded up goddamn everything. Just about.
Have we now?
Yeah.
Oh.
I'm gonna avoid one that Stitch wants to put on there till next week when he's fucking back on his gloating on Spidey.
Oh.
What we got happening?
Basically, nobody gives a fuck.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, damn.
Let's round it up. Old Ninja, what you got happening?
I'm trying to catch up on the Strain because apparently they didn't air their finale.
They fucked up. FX, I'm hollering at you. They said last week was supposed to be the series finale, last episode ever, and
Yeah,
it wasn't.
It wasn't. Yeah. So I
This
guess
week is.
this week is. Yeah. So I'm gonna try to catch up.
They've done that before.
That was like them and W. Kamau Bell. They fucked him over hard.
Oh yeah, with his show.
Yeah, because he was on FX, and he's basically one of the people that propped up FX when it first came out, and they put him on FXX, and then that was a wrap.
Oh
That was fucked up.
It's like
So,
moving on Friday.
Nobody watches that one.
Yeah, so Kamau, if you're listening to this podcast, which I mean you've been on the podcast, I'll let you listen to it now, but that was fucked up, man.
Yep.
Yeah,
But he turned out all right. He's on CNN.
yeah.
I'm sorry. What you got popping?
Yeah. So I'm gonna try to finish the Strain. I'm gonna try to attempt the raid on Destiny 2 because I'm gonna be playing some more of that. I'm gonna try to watch some more Black Mirror because I've been watching a bit of that.
Good
Shit's
show.
great, man.
Yeah, and then I'm trying to get amped up for Star Trek Discovery, so I've been watching a little bit of DS9, the one show I'd actually never really fucking watched.
Wow, really?
Yeah, as much as I hated
But
on
the
it,
guy is black.
yeah, it's the one show. The one show I was hating on for a long time, but then I watched Star Trek Enterprise, which I like fucking hate watched for like 4 seasons.
Damn,
So,
like that.
Yeah, pretty much.
All right, good shit. Kronos, what you got?
Oh, this week I'm finally gonna get my goddamn SUV fixed.
Oh, okay.
I was pissed because this is the first time I've ever taken a car in to get the fucking brakes done. I feel like my goddamn man car should be turned in right now, but I've been so fucking angry. So let me just give you
The pads?
the brake pads.
Okay.
All right. So let me just give you just like an overview. All right. So I bought this goddamn 2008 BMW X5 last year, and they told me they went through an inspection too, and they showed me the sheet of paper, and everything was green. All right, everything was good to go in this fucking car. It's like, all right, cool. So within a year, I've replaced all 4 tires, which cost me almost $2,000.
Oh, I remember that.
I've
yeah.
replaced the overflow tank for the radiator, which luckily I did it myself, so it saved me a bunch of money. Then a hose that went between the 2 cylinder heads fucking cracked and exploded. And as I was replacing that, the fucking vent hose between the same 2 fucking cylinder heads fucking disintegrated. All right, so I replaced that as well.
Damn.
The heater doesn't fucking work. A bunch of other shit doesn't work. So anyway, getting back to the brakes, I went to go replace the brakes myself. I bought the brakes, bought the sensor wires, and I went to go replace it myself, and I noticed that I need a fucking lug nut key. So I was like, fuck. Finally got the fucking lug nut key. It took a long time to fucking get. So I got them. Then I went to go actually replace my fucking brakes a couple of months ago. And they use like these weird star bolts with BMWs, which is fine because I have like a fucking star bolt kit, socket kit. But the one that I needed was like 2 sizes above what I had. So I ordered the one that I needed, got it in. Then I went to go change my brakes this weekend again. And I put the fucking lug nut key on to go fucking take the tire off. And it fucking stripped the goddamn head.
God damn.
I was like, motherfucker. So I was like, you know what? I'm fucking done. I'm fucking done. So I called up the guy that there's like a place around here called Auto Techies, which they're actually really good in Fremont for BMWs. If you have BMW, go there, save a bunch of money. So I called him. I was like, look, dude, I'm fucking done. Just can you place my fucking shit for me?
Jeez.
And then like, so I'm gonna take it in on Friday to get that shit done. Tomorrow we got that. I got two podcasts because I have the one we're doing with the director for Castlevania. Then we're finally doing Black and Yellow. Finally, me and Bunny Man, we've just been like not connecting because he's blowing up as a director, y'all.
Yeah, that's great.
So it's gonna be harder for us to do these fucking. He's bigger than me. So. Not where it counts though. God damn it! I'm just saying. No, but we're gonna have some fun. Talk about a lot of shit. He went to Africa, and I want to talk about that. Other than that, I'll have a vlog coming out pretty soon. As soon as I roll out some more B-roll.
Okay.
So
And play a little bit more Destiny too.
a little more Destiny. I'll get more and more angry.
God damn. All right, Blue. What do you got popping?
So like last week I had mentioned how like I'm decided to start my own photography business, and I actually got a gig, y'all.
Oh, nice.
I'm gonna be photographing a 40th high school reunion.
Okay.
And
old
down near
geezers?
Shoreline. Yeah. It's kind of interesting because my high school reunion was this year too, and so these people are going to be technically 20 years older than me, so it's kind of funny to think about. But yeah, it's just going to be like a simple photo shoot. They don't really need me to edit any of the pictures. They just want me to like take pictures as people come in, and then later on I'm going to do a group picture, which I'm still trying to figure out how to do because I actually walked by the site where the event's happening at, and there's not a lot of lighting, so it's going to be really interesting how I'm going to pull that together. And plus, you know, it depends on how many people are there and stuff like that. So
If you want to borrow the lights, go ahead.
I have my own now.
Oh, cool.
So I have my own
He's
lighting
professional,
system.
man.
Yeah. So I bought a bunch of new gear. Like I have a 10 millimeter to 20 millimeter wide angle lens,
That's the fucking best,
which
dude.
is fucking crazy.
Yeah.
This thing takes ridiculous fucking pictures, dude.
But you have your sensor is like 1/6,
it's cropped.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah, once it's not cropped, it's gonna be. Once we get our fucking full frame cameras, it's gonna be ridiculous.
Yeah, so if you have a crop camera, mine's it's a 1.5, so you just multiply that by the millimeter of the lens, so that's like 11. So it's not. It still have a pretty good depth of field for taking pictures. But so I got that lens. I also bought new lighting. I bought a new suction cup mount to have inside my car, and it's crazy because on my way up, because I just got it yesterday, or I just got the lens yesterday, and I was driving to the podcast, and I was just testing out the lens, and I had it zoomed in at like 18, and I was like, wait, this doesn't look any different than my regular lens. I like looked at the thing and said like I was zoomed in, so I had to like zoom out. Man, you can see my entire like the camera's like literally like maybe 2 feet away from me.
Yeah.
But when I zoomed all the way out with it, you can see my entire fucking car, dude. It's
That's
fucking
cool.
ridiculous.
Yeah, look, so the lens that we record the live stream on now is it's a 10 to 18 millimeter, and it's a crop lens, and you can see like I don't know if y'all saw before like the old podcast.
Yeah.
Like it was like zoomed in or whatever, but this one's like you can see like a shitload from like really fucking close.
Yeah. So I'm really excited about that. I mean, it's not a high paying gig, but it's a simple gig. Like they don't need the pictures editing, so I don't need to touch up anything. So I mean, I probably will in case some pictures like underexposed, overexposed, probably touch them up a little bit. But I've been doing like a lot of the photography training stuff too. That Cronus found this really good fucking deal on through what's it, Engadget.
Well, it wasn't through Engadget. It was actually I saw it on like Uncrate or some shit, and I was just like, this is like the shit. I've been going through it too.
Yeah, and it's fucking cool because I know a lot about photography, but I've learned a lot more doing this whole program.
I didn't know what the fucking millimeters meant.
Oh, I knew that.
I didn't know that at all. It's like a camera. So when you see when you have like a camera that has like a lens on it, that you can like put it on there. When it says like 10 to whatever millimeter, it's how far that fucking lens is from the actual sensor on your camera.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
And so if it's further away, so say 10 millimeters is close, right, to the sensor, but if it's like 200 millimeters away, that's fucking far. And so like it changes like how far away you can look. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
or
it's
how
some crazy
close
science
it is.
shit.
Yeah, it's fucking crazy.
And it's crazy too because like if you take a picture of something that's far away, like the focal length is like totally different than if the item was close to you.
Okay.
So it's there's a lot of like, you know, brainstorming and like thinking about stuff when you're taking pictures, and I feel like I learned a lot from this program I'm doing. But also learn how to use like Lighthouse, which is fucking great because I'm going back and looking at some of the old cosplay pictures I've taken and retouching up those. So what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be launching my site hopefully this Friday. I still don't know yet because fucking Squarespace isn't that fucking easy to understand.
Yeah,
What's it gonna be
it's a little
called?
weird.
I'm not going to announce it yet just because I haven't bought the domain name.
All right.
So I don't want to give it
Smart.
out there and I go in there and it's fucking gone. But also this weekend, the Sweetness and I, we're going to have like a kind of a mini photo shoot. So she's going to help me kind of build up a portfolio. to add to my website, just to kind of show me doing like some portraits and some outside locational shots. But I'm also going to do a couple too as well.
None of that kinky shit, though.
No kinky shit. It's gonna be professional. The Sweden said I can't do any of those nudes pictures. So.
Oh damn.
She's like, I don't even want to see that shit. But I also been doing a kind of a vlog of my journey into building up my empire. No, so you can definitely check that out. I don't have like an official name for it just because I don't have enough subscribers. But you can just look up like Tech12X and you probably can find it on YouTube.
We'll share it out too.
Yeah. But yeah, other than that, like I'm just ramping up this photography thing. Hopefully it works out.
Hell yeah, it's gonna. I got all kind of faith in you. Destiny Raids for me, definitely doing the Strain finale, kicking up dust, and looking forward to talking to Sam Dietz, the director of Castlevania, tomorrow. Cannot motherfucking wait. Take us on out here with them specs.
All right. So if you are wondering how to contact us, you can reach us on Twitter at BThanBTI. That's BTHANBTI. You can check out our Facebook page. Look for Black Men Black Time Divinity or BThanBTI. Will pop up either way. Check out our actual official website at benhatproductions.com/BThanBTI. Check us out on Apple Podcasts. Rate us 5 stars or we will find you. Check us out on Instagram because we went to a con not too long ago. There's a bunch of pictures on there. Look up BThanBTI on Instagram, and I think that's about it.
Sure?
No, I'm not. I think that's about it.
Oh shit.
Maybe.
Fooders.
Possibly. Wait, no. No food.
Yes and no.